live from Sheldon, Pleasant Grove Stadium, the home of the Huskies on the campus of Sheldon High School. Touchdown Productions, celebrating 16 years of local sports television, is proud to present Nevada Union Miner football. Tonight, in our third week of the 2012 preseason, your undefeated Nevada Union Miners take on the Pleasant Grove Eagles. The Miners are on the road for the second consecutive week, and all the action starts right here, right now. It's your NorCal Game of the Week. Miners travel to Sheldon High School, home of the Huskies, to play the Pleasant Grove Eagles in what could be considered a rematch of their 2009 playoff contest. Good evening, football fans, wherever you are across our worldwide audience. Jim Adams here, the voice of Nevada Union Miner football. Alongside me tonight, my veteran partner, who I started off with, Marty Mortensen, on the sidelines as the last 2 weeks. We have Scott Hopper, our executive producer, director, Gilbert M. Dominguez, and Daniel Paddock in the truck, too. Marty, welcome to your first game of the year. The Miners come in tonight with a big two-game win streak.
Well, thanks a lot, Jim. It's good to be back working with you again. As you know, the Miners are certainly headed in the right direction early in this preseason, and tonight we'll see if there is any letdown after their big victory last week at Grant. In that game, quarterback Kyle Cota threw 4 touchdown passes in the first half to seal the deal, while the Miners defense came up big and held the Pacers to only 7 points and a big Nevada Union Miner 37-7 victory. And
while the contest tonight is the story of the day, the subplot of the season remains the ineligibility of Nevada Union's 2 senior players, Cole Hannum, Owen Sparks, a career-ending decision. They are prohibited from playing any more high school sports, and for that, let's go down to Scott Hopper. Scott?
Hey, thank you, guys. As you reported, Jim, the 2 boys, Hannum and Sparks, did receive letters from Pete Seiko's office earlier this week, and yes, indeed, their careers have ended. Early at halftime, we will be talking with Union sports writer Walter Ford. We'll drill down into that story itself, as well as taking a walk around the Foothills program, and we will look at the standings of future of other sports in the area. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Scott. So the table is set. Be sure to watch tonight's game on our new Game of the Week YouTube channel beginning Saturday morning at 9 a.m. We've got the kickoff coming up straight ahead. It's Nevada Union, Pleasant Grove next on the Touchdown Production Sports Network.
Gold and silver are more important as a part of your investment portfolio more now than ever before. There's inflationary pressures. China alone could push the gold price more than double from $1,000 to $2,000 an ounce. Hi, my name is Jason Hommel, and welcome to the JH Mint. Here at the JH Mint, we have all sorts of gold and silver. We have about 200 ounces of gold. We have about 20,000 ounces of silver or more in stock. We also assay or scrap gold jewelry and placer gold, and we will be here for all of your gold and silver investing needs Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m.
The Owl has been part of Mill Street for 132 years. The hand-carved Austrian cherrywood bar was built in 1880, and the food has become legendary with entrees including steak and prawns cooked to perfection.
We put 3 new HD TVs in the bar and the lounge area. We're going to be starting a Monday Night Football special. We'll have different specials in the bar.
And enjoy a great meal with family and friends at the new Owl Grill and Saloon.
The Painter family's been feeding Nevada County football players and their families since 1959. October marks 52 years of service to our community. At SPD, you'll always find USDA choice beef and a full-service meat department, complete deli section, locally grown produce, and a post office. Everything you need that makes SPD so special. SPD Markets, hometown proud, where your neighbors shop.
Mike Bratton is the neighbor you can count on for your most important insurance decisions, 24 hours a day.
The first step begins with a phone call. Hi, I'm Mike Bratton, your good neighbor State Farm agent, and I look forward to hearing from you. Since 1984, my team and I have been educating clients and developing long-term relationships through personalized and professional guidance on their insurance programs. We will put you in the driver's seat and strive to enhance each encounter you have with us.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Welcome back to Pleasant Valley here as the Miners and the Eagles begin their warm-ups, and we're about ready to take a look, Jim, at the current standings that are taking place so far early in this preseason. You can see Nevada Union on top in 2-0 with 2 consecutive wins to start the season out. Wood Creek with 1-1, Rockland 0-2, Granite Bay at 0-2, Del Oro 0-2, and Roseville at 0-2.
So, Marty, that's the strangest standings
I know, I was going to say the same thing.
I've ever seen in this SFL.
Oh, that's unbelievable. Well, they got Nevada Union on top. Now, either Nevada Union hasn't played any teams that...
Well, they played the Nevada State champion and then Grant.
So they got 2 big victories, but Wood Creek and Rockland and Del Oro, I don't know. We'll have to see how that all comes out. They may be playing some professional teams along the way. What do you think?
I don't know. We'll see what tonight brings.
Yeah, exactly right.
How about your Bear River Bruins, Marty?
Well, they started out with a big victory last week, and they're down in Woodland tonight. So let's see how they do. They're 1-0. Placer with a big win last week, 1-0. Lincoln with 1-0. Center 0-1, Foothill 0-2, and Colfax 0-2. So,
Marty, what's going on with Colfax this year?
Well, they graduated a lot of good players last year, and now it's like what happens every year to the high school teams. It's not like the pros. The guys they graduate, and now all of a sudden
you retool.
Retool, exactly right.
Beautiful night here. Sun finally setting on the horizon. It's out of our eyes. It looks like it's going to be a great night for football. Let's take a look at Coach's Chalkboard, a special we bring every week where we have a few moments to talk with head coach Dave Humphers about the previous week's and tonight's contest. So let's take you to Coach's Corner.
Welcome to Coach's Chalkboard, brought to you before every Nevada Union football game. We have here with us Coach Dave Humphers, and here we are on a beautiful night in Sacramento at Sheldon High School, where Nevada Union will play Pleasant Grove tonight. Let's digress for a moment, Coach. Let's talk a little bit about last week at Grant. That was a stellar game.
Hear the wind in that?
Yeah. Oh, we're thrilled still. Our guys played great. We challenged our team in a couple of areas that we need to improve our game. Particularly with our offensive line play, with our tackling, there's a variety of areas. And then our kids had a great week of practice, and they came out and just executed a whole lot better. And so, as long as we improve every week and our guys come out and work hard and work together, then we're going to be happy.
That was team number 3 versus team number 2. The Miners stay ranked at number 2 this week, and this week we travel to play the number 4 team. It doesn't get any easier, does it, Dave?
No, it sure doesn't. The rankings are nice. I think they show relative strength and they show program strength, but the true rankings are what happens at the end of the season. But it's good. It gives our team the opportunity to play at a high level of competition. Pleasant Grove has been in the section championship game 3 years in a row. And so they are very confident, strong program, solid fundamentals. And for us to prevail, we have to play a great game tonight.
You take a look at the offense and the defense last week. It was really good. What can we expect this week as you play this tough Pleasant Grove team?
They are a 3-4 on defense. Pretty simple. They do a little bit of blitzing, but they're primarily going to be very strong in the area of their fundamentals, shed blocks, key well, cover the pass real well, defense-minded team. And offensively, they're a multiple set, run some wing T, run some pro I, but terrific group of receivers and running backs, very talented, and they block extremely well. You look at them and go, they don't really have a weakness. Very talented. Joe Catalico is a great coach, and I see a great matchup tonight.
Week 1, week 2, Miners win in big games, McQueen and Grant. What's it going to take the Miners this week to prevail?
We're going to have to play real well on defense. We're going to have to tackle real well against tough to bring down backs, and we can't turn over the ball. We've got to be able to run the ball on them. We know we're going to be able to throw, and if we can run and throw, then we're going to be, we're not going to be stopped. So, special teams, we feel is that we've got an advantage, and we need to play great on our special teams. Brayton Sill is a key player in tonight's game.
Thank you, Coach. This has been Coach's Chalkboard, brought to you before every Nevada Union Miners game. Stay tuned. The kickoff is right on the horizon here on the Touchdown Productions Sports Network.
Nevada Union, you see they're warming up. Tonight's contest will be another tight pre-league game for Nevada Union. They definitely have a tough preseason, and then they go into a tough regular season. We'll be back with some more preview of tonight's contest in just a moment. You're watching Nevada Union Miner Football. This is the Touchdown Productions Sports Network.
B&C is your neighborhood home and garden center for both builders and consumers. They carry everything you need. In their garden center, you'll find a complete nursery along with expert advice on trees, shrubs, perennials, and garden enhancements. They're open 7:30 to 6 Monday through Saturday and 8 to 5 on Sunday. So start right, start here at B&C True Value Home and Garden Center in the Fowler Center, Grass Valley.
1, 2, 3, 4.
The fun starts at Top This, your premier accessory outfitter for truck, RV, marine, and fishing. Top This is Grass Valley's only outfitter with access to millions of products and the knowledge to help you choose what's right for you. They're serious about outfitting your truck, boat, or RV. As for fishing, talk to Chuck. Top This, your premier accessory outfitter for truck, RVs, marine, and fishing.
Hi, my name's Mark from Swayze's Public Wholesale at 140 East McKnight Way. At Swayze's, we have all kinds of automotive tools. We have all kinds of fasteners, 3 different pitches of metrics. We have safety equipment. And don't forget our glove world. We carry over 600 styles of gloves. If your canopy was damaged this winter, we have all the parts and supplies to fix and repair it or expand it. It's Swayze's Public Wholesale. We have everything you need for everything you do. Open every day, 8 to 5 on the weekdays, open till 4 on the weekends.
The Hauser family reminds you if it's round, rubber, and it rolls, then you're sure to find it at Plaza Tire and Auto Service. From regular car and truck tires to small specialty tires for your trailers and golf carts, you can trust Plaza Tire has the tire for you. They stake their reputations on it every day. Plaza Tire and Auto Service. Auto repair done on your schedule, not theirs, in Penn Valley, Nevada City, and in Colfax. And of course, brought to you by Touchdown Productions, the foothill leader in sports television. This is Gil Dominguez saying thanks for joining us tonight, and be sure to stay with us after the game when we announce the Bill Slade and Sons Trucking Player of the Game, created by Stuckey Engravers. Once again, the Touchdown Productions sports team will select the most deserving NU player and honor them with a beautiful plaque made by Stuckey's. So stay tuned after the game for the Bill Slade and Sons Trucking Player of the Game Award, created by Stuckey Engravers, and coming up immediately after this exclusive telecast.
Number 77, Julian Cervantes. At number 82, Tyler Witherspoon.
Okay, I'm going to tell everybody. You guys want it? Yeah, we'll take it. I thought you would. Which goal are you going to defend? We'll think about it. Very good. Okay, put your backs to that goal. You go over here. Hey, shake hands one more time. Have a good game.
So the Miners, for the third week in a row, win the toss, and as they usually do, they select to defer. That means they'll get the ball to start the second half. Slight breeze blowing tonight, nothing like we had last week at Grant High School. Miners coming off of 2 big preseason games. They played the Nevada State champion in McQueen week 0. And then last week they went to Grant in a surprising game. And so, Marty, the question remains, will there be a letdown this week after the huge victory last week?
Well, after listening to Coach Humphers, it doesn't sound like it with that great week of practice, and the boys are still fired up from their big victory over McQueen and also Grant. So I don't anticipate a letdown tonight if you can go on what Coach Humphers had to say in your interview.
Very interesting matchup tonight. This Pleasant Grove team is an excellent squad. They match up well against Nevada Union. This will be another great test for the Miners this week. We expected a big one versus Grant last week. It did not materialize, and so the Miners have their work cut out for them, playing again the number 4 team versus the number 2 team. Homecoming night tonight here at Sheldon High School for Pleasant Grove. Elk Grove with a very interesting paradigm. More high schools than there are fields, but this field is pristine. It is artificial turf, and it looks like it will set the stage for a very, very good contest tonight. Miners will need to be at their best. They are without Nick Mafucci, who hurt himself last week. The extent of his injury has still not been determined, but now our national anthem. So we are about ready for week 2, they call it, of Nevada Union Miner football. About ready to play the Pleasant Grove Eagles. A extremely beautiful night for football, hovering at about 80 degrees at game time. The sun just setting into the west as we face the field, and we face that western side, so we won't have to compete with the sun. And Nevada Union, another huge test for them tonight. Let's remind you about the schedule of the upcoming weeks. This week, the Pleasant Grove game. Next week, Nevada Union turns home. It seems like it's been a long time since the Miners have been back home. Next week, it will be Chico High School at home. The following week, we're going to come back here to Elk Grove, and we're going to see the Miners play what is right now the number 1 ranked team, the Elk Grove Thundering Herd. So back deep for Pleasant Grove is number 3, Esley Simmons. And Brayton Sill is about ready to start this off.
Here at the call of the game, Jim Adams, the voice of Nevada Union.
Thank you, Marty. High and deep and into the end zone. Marty, you're going to get a chance to see this Brayton Sill tonight. He is a tremendous kicker. They've only returned 2 balls on him all season.
Yeah, I watched the games this week, first 2 games, and he's got quite a leg. There's no question about that. He's a threat no matter where it is. A 45-yard. I was watching him warm up, and he was hitting it from 45, almost 50 yards out. So that's a nice weapon.
Isaiah Saunders in the backfield at quarterback. DeAndre Terrell. Here he comes. Miners with a good stop. 3-yard gain, be second down and 7.
Tackled by Austin Marks.
Marks was made the initial contact, brought him down with just a short gain of about just a little less than 3 yards.
Austin Marks steady on defense also. We'll see him, I'm sure some balls come his way as tight end once the Miners get on offense. 2nd down and 7. Terrell hands off again to Saunders. Saunders with a nice game, just gained just a little bit short of the 30-yard line, what would be a 1st down.
Jared Cook on the tackle, first one to make the stop. They're gang tackling already. That's a good sign, Jim. 3rd, about 1.
3rd down and less than a yard. Again, Saunders in the backfield. Again goes to Saunders, and he gets the 1st down yardage just beyond the 30 at the 31. And Marty, let's take a look here at Saunders' power.
Yeah, he just drives those legs, and it takes 2, 3 defenders to bring him down.
You'll find that Pleasant Valley, the Eagles, will have probably 80% running, 20% passing, and a 1st and 10 here in the early moments of the 1st quarter. Simmons in motion.
Oh, nice cut.
Handoff, good cut on the play, nice gain.
Penalty on the tackle. Vallejo did make the stop, but it may have been a face mask. Let's see what they call.
Tyree Hansen on the carry.
It looks like it's going to go against Nevada Union, Jim.
Face mask penalty.
And it'll be a 1st down for the Eagles. 5 yards. Pleasant Grove with a hurry-up offense.
Oh.
And a beautiful play in the backfield. Tanner Vallejo
just shot the
down
gap,
Saunders.
Jim.
And Saunders, who had been so successful in his first several plays, is stopped decisively there. Here he comes,
Watch
Marty.
that. He shot the gap right in there between the guard and the tackle, and no chance. Brought him down. I was just told by one of the NU fans that the Boise State coach is here tonight. You wonder who he's looking at. Huh?
So a 5-yard loss and then a misdirection play again. Saunders takes the ball. He has carried all but one running play, and Saunders gets back to the line of scrimmage, and it's going to be 3rd down and 16, and you'd think in this situation you might see what they have in a passing game.
Well, Vallejo made that stop for no gain. They may throw one. Let's see.
Wyatt Depps near side, back to pass. Here comes the rush, chasing him, tries to get away, and they will chase him out of bounds. Miners with good defense against the pass, and Terrell cannot find anybody to throw to. It'll be 4th down and a loss of 7 on the play.
Both Cook and Vallejo chased him out of bounds. They almost threw him for a bigger loss, but he was able to turn that corner just a little bit, and they ran out of room and then out of bounds. So a good first series for the defense for Nevada Union, Jim.
Ian Davis back, as is Berger. Miners looks like they almost got a hand on that. Davis is going to take it, and he fakes it, and then he gives it. Here comes Berger this side.
Oh,
nice block. Gets a little bit of a lane. Looked like a block in the back, and it was. Berger's going to go for a big gain here, but this will not be a touchdown. Berger will score, but there was a block in the back, and now there's a flag against number 5, Ian Broom from Pleasant Grove. So you're going to have 2 flags on that play. They'll probably kick it off all over again. Or excuse me, punt all over again.
71 yards.
Yeah, there was a block in the back, but there was also another block in the back about the 35-yard line, which was not called. Then they got this one here, and then it must be an unsportsmanlike in the end zone.
It was.
Yeah.
You know, those blocks in the back, Marty, were pretty obvious.
They were. I saw both of them. Referee saw one. That's what sprung him around that corner. That was a nice run, though. That kind of sets the tone a little bit, doesn't it, Jim?
It does,
To start
yes.
it off, even though it was called back.
Well, this is Berger had 2 kickoffs last week that he ran for big yardage. This one was a touchdown, but unfortunately, he was greatly aided by that block in the back.
So I wonder how they're gonna rule this. They're gonna take it back against Nevada Union and then mark off 15 going the other way, I'd imagine. What do you think, Jim?
I think that it's going to be end up at the 28, but seems like a little bit of confusion. In the meantime, let's go down to Scott Hopper. Scott?
Well, hey, thank you, guys. I had a moment with NU trainer Jamie Weiss for an injury update prior to the game. He did say that Nick Mafucci was out, who was injured in last week's game. He plays offensive outside linebacker. And in game 1, Jason Murray, running back junior, he will also be missing in action tonight. Back to you guys.
So first down, Miners on offense. Here's that play on the right side. Hank Hupfers, nice gain, good yardage. First down, Miners.
Big gain, Jim.
And Humphers would not be stopped on that one.
Hank Humphers, the ball carrier, tackled by Ian Broom. First down for the Miners.
And so second down. And so here we go. And hold on. They've stopped the clock. And here we go.
Here's the replay. There he goes, driving through almost the entire secondary. They had to come up to stop him after he gained about 12 yards on that first carry.
So the Miners start out strong, moving the ball to the 36, and with this Brayton Sill, they're not going to need too many more yards, Marty, and they'll be in field goal range.
Oh, fumble.
Fumble. Cota will take it himself and turn it into a nice gain.
Yeah, dropped that handoff. I mean, that from center, and fortunately it hit the ground and bounced right back in his hands. And
Cota had a hole to go through.
I know,
Marty.
exactly. Here they go quick up to the line of scrimmage again, Joe.
2nd and 4 after a gain of 6. Vallejo is in motion. Back to pass. Throws over the middle. Oh. Touchdown Miners! Ian Davis with a tremendous catch. A diving, twisting grab as he enters the end zone. And the Miners score first, leading 6-0 with triple coverage on Davis.
Boy, there was no way he's going to catch that ball, Jim. That ball was between 3 defenders. If we can have that on the replay, I'll describe it to you. That was just unbelievable.
Davis again laying claim to his receiving abilities. That ball is kicked and it is good. And the Miners scored early last week.
Yep.
This week they also score early. They got decent field position last week. They got good field position this week. How did Davis catch that ball, Marty? I had to wait. I couldn't believe he had it.
No, I didn't either, because there were 3 defenders, one in front, one to the side, and one to the other side, and it went right in between all 3 of them, and he put his hands up and caught it. What a catch.
You know, Davis has been nothing short of outstanding in the first 3 weeks. He was our number 3 star.
I remember that
week
last
1.
week,
He was number 1 star last week, and it's because of plays like that.
Yeah.
And there's the Suds Brothers Car Wash scoreboard. So for the Miners, a great start.
Okay, let's take a look at that replay, Jim. Now watch this. As Cota rolls out, good faking in there, and then he lets it go about 35 yards in the air. And now I can't see anything yet, but there it is. Now there's the catch in between 3 defenders.
So Davis with a dazzling grab early on here. It was an incredible catch to start off last game too. And here's Mr. Automatic Brayton Sill. He kicks it into the end zone for a touchback.
There. Unbelievable.
I don't know, Marty, if that first series is going to be indicative of tonight, but it seemed like, at least in that first series, Pleasant Grove was totally befuddled.
They certainly were. And you can see now how the Miners have stepped it up, and it looks like Pleasant Grove is going to have to bring their A game now.
Terrell up the middle with a nice gain again to one of his favorite carriers. This time it's Ian Broom.
Knocks it on the stop.
Broom gets 6 yards, 2nd down and 4. 7:26 to go, first quarter action. It's our pleasure to bring you this game tonight from Sheldon Pleasant Grove Community Stadium. His favorite target, Saunders, takes the ball and then is pushed down. I think he's short of a first down.
Once again, Cook the initial contact, but the Miners front line is just swarming on the ball carrier, and they can't seem to, Pleasant Grove can't seem to block. Now watch this. Look how they push him back and throw him for a lot. There's Cook in there making the stop, pulling him back. There's a
3rd down and 1.5, and there's the gain for first down. Davis going for the ball. He doesn't quite pull it out on the play, but that is number 20, which is Colin Cerny.
Colin Cerny with an Eagles.
One of the things, Jim, so far in this game is that Pleasant Valley is they're
Pleasant Grove, Marty.
Pleasant Grove. I'm sorry, the Eagles. They are they're chewing up some big yardage, but
they are. And a type of reverse, but that's going to be a big loss on the play. And that'll make it a 2nd down and 18.
Let's take a look here, Jim. As trying to go to the outside, but big number 54 comes up and makes that stop. Don't have his number. I'm looking for his back.
Jared Cook again with a nice play, 2nd down and 17. Back to pass, heavy rush, throws over the middle, and that's complete, but far short of a first down. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and long.
Oh, 54 is Petinato, but got the number wrong here on the roster, so I'll fix that.
Davi Petinato on the play. Esley Simmons with the reception. That's going to bring a 3rd down and 6. Well thrown ball by DeAndre Terrell. 5:16 to go in the first quarter. And it's a pitch. Fake the double reverse. Miners close in, short of a first down. Going to be a 4th and 2.
Good stop in there on an aggressive tackle by Humphers as he came up and held him short of that first down, so it'll be 4th and about 2. And they may, well, looks like they're bringing in the punt team. So here's that. They faked the reverse and off to the side and trying to take it to the outside, but Humphers came up and brought him down short of the first down. Mike.
Some sure tackling for the Miners. Deep is Ian Davis and Jake Berger.
Look for that reverse again, Jim. They've been pulling that a lot this year so far.
And that is a short kick. Miners will probably have to stay away from it. They certainly will because it bounces backwards.
Oh, man.
And is finally stopped at the 36-yard line.
15-yard
punt.
Backup.
Yeah. So special teams a little lacking early on for Pleasant Grove. They moved the ball fairly well in each of their first 2 drives, but stalled after getting 1 first down on each of them. And now we'll see if the Miners can continue what they had established in their first drive. Austin Marks, tight end, in the shotgun, hands it off to Nate Dickinson, but Nate is met at about the line of scrimmage. We're going to call it no gain and a 2nd down and 10.
Very fast first quarter, Jim, as 4:06 left. And that play was probably the first time that they didn't gain anything. Maybe a half yard.
In fact, they lost a half a yard, Marty. So it's going to be
right.
2nd down and 11. And Coda back to pass, but they're closing in on him. and he is going to be tackled for an additional loss of about a yard, and that's going to bring up 3rd down and 12.
Yeah, Mayberry came in, was not fooled at all. Coda could not get by him, and he brought him down. So now watch this. Here comes Mayberry. And he was able to get in there and make the stop.
Unusual for the Miners. Unusual for the Miners to allow that to happen. They've been very good on the pass rush so far this season. 3rd down, Jake Berger in motion. Berger stays back to block. Coda can't find anybody, and now throws wide open is Austin Marks. Strong man, Austin Marks breaks down inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. 1st down Miners, and Marty Marks was wide open.
No, there was nobody within 5-6 yards of him. He just kind of went down the middle and broke out to the flat and stopped. And Coda was running, here's a replay of it, running around. Now watch him as he moves to his left, Mike, and there it is, wide open, nobody around. And now watch him turn on the jets and brings it in there with a
wrap
big gain.
Around draw. Nate Dickinson, nice play, breaks into the secondary inside the 20. 1st down Nevada Union. What'd you think of that Austin Marks? Not only is he tall, Marty, but I had a chance. I've known Austin for years.
Yeah, right.
He is quite the specimen. He is a strong young man.
Well, you could see that when he started heading upfield. It took 2 guys to bring him down, and he dragged a couple of them for about 5 yards. So
that was 2 plays ago. Dickinson with a nice gain there. Coda with Dickinson next to him. Man in motion is Humphers. Humphers has the ball. Again breaking down for a nice gain.
Once again on the tackle is Ian Broom.
And the Miners continue to move the ball rather successfully. They had that 1 3rd down and long, but Coda scrambled and was able to find a wide open receiver in Austin Marks.
Well, with the exception of a couple of plays, the Miners have moved that ball steadily downfield.
2nd down and 3. 1 minute 37. Fast moving 1st quarter. Dickinson again behind, and there's Jake Berger. Berger breaks into the open and is tripped up inside the 10. In fact, kind of hard to see, but it looks like it's at about the 5.
Yeah, it is on the 5-yard line, and that was brought down, saving tackle by Thomas, number 15. As that was a nice play. It opened up over left guard.
1st and goal for Nevada Union, leading 7-0, almost at the 1 minute mark of the 1st quarter. Here's the handoff. Good yardage. Moves towards the end zone. Touchdown Nevada Union. This is Tanner Vallejo.
Boy, he just followed his right guard over right on his tail and took him right into the end zone with.
I hate to say it, Marty, but it's a little bit, I know we're very early on, but it's a little bit of almost like a repeat of last week. Sill in for the extra point, spotted, kicked, good. So a look at the scoreboard with 1 minute, 1 second to go in the 1st quarter. Nevada Union leads 14-0. And Marty, this is the first chance you've had to see, and there's the Sud Brothers Car Wash scoreboard, 14-0. Marty, this is the first time you've had a chance to see NU this year.
Well, first time live. I've watched their 2 games.
That's true.
But let's take a look at the replay here as we come back to that. Now watch this. As he just follows, look at that big hole opened up, and he went on the tackle and just forward motion into the end zone, no problem. Strong legs, 6 points. Vallejo's one tough player.
And aside from that 3rd down and long, the Miners have somewhat moved the ball at will.
And they certainly have.
But perhaps this is Pleasant Grove's opportunity here. Deep for them is Cedric Thomas and Esley Simmons.
Jim, it's kind of like the Eagles have not seen the game films from the previous 2 weeks of Nevada Union.
And a line drive into the end zone, and The wind has pretty much died down now. Marty, I'm going to tell you right now, with this wind dying down, I'd be surprised if one of Sill's kickoffs was run back. Every time he kicks the ball, he kicks it into the end zone, unless he's got a strong face wind.
Well, he certainly has the leg.
And you know, you looked at last week when Grant had some very good kickoff return guys. Handoff. Nice gain. Now pushed backwards and finally taken down. And let's see where they mark it. It's going to be a 4-yard gain to the 24-yard line.
Humphers was the initial contact.
Great gang tackling by Nevada Union. Pleasant Grove trying to establish their running game. They have been able to notch first downs on each of their first 2 drives. 2nd down and 7. Handoff, nice gain, gets close to the 30, but short at about the 29. So that's going to be a 3rd down and 1. That may be the last play of the first quarter.
Tackled by Humphers.
And it is. So we have 1 quarter in the books here from Sheldon Pleasant Grove Community Stadium. Nevada Union leads 14-0 at the end of 1, and they have signaled the end. In the first game against McQueen, they ran a play after the clock had expired about 5 seconds. So you got to watch it. Let's go down on the field. And Scott Hopper. Scott?
Hi, thank you guys. I was standing on the other side of the field when Tanner Vallejo scored, and the reaction from the coach Joe Catalico was of disbelief. His head hung. He didn't say much. He became very introspective. Looked at the eyes of his teammates, or of his team, as well as his assistant coach, and he moved on. Back to you, guys.
So the Miners a successful first quarter. Suds Brothers Car Wash scoreboard. Marty, let me take a minute. You know what? It's not like the olden days. You and I used to work almost every single game together. I can remember when I started down on the field when you were up here with the late Mark Wall, and finally we got our way on up here, and those were some of the best Fridays of our lives.
We had some fun.
Oh.
And so here I bring you on and train you, and now I'm working for you. What's going on here?
Well, and I think my last contract perhaps was more lucrative than yours.
So
here we go. 3rd down and 1. Handoff. And we're going to have to see where they mark this one. I believe they're marking it where it would be a first down. I believe they're marking it just barely over the 30.
Yep, I think it's going to be a first down.
And it is.
First down.
Eagles have shown very little passing so far tonight. Their game almost exclusively on the ground. First down. Broom. Nice gain. Miners pursue
horse
and finally take him out of bounds at the 49-yard line of Pleasant Grove. So a nice gain on the play by Ian Broom.
With his speed and the way he moves in the backfield, you could keep your eye on him. He's going to run up some yardage tonight.
Marty, do I dare say Ian Broom sweeps around the left
side? Well, you could say that, yes. Looks like one of my lines.
So another first down, handoff. This is Saunders. Flag comes in, and he is taken out of bounds for some good yardage, but let's see what this penalty is.
Davis ran him out. Let's see what they call holding
against Pleasant Grove. So I believe that will bring up a first down and 17.
Hart comes out of the ball game for Nevada Union. So that'll bring up like first down now and about 17 or 16,
That's
right?
correct. Pleasant Grove shoots themselves in the foot slightly, at least for a moment. Back to pass. Plenty of time to throw. Throws and gets a completion.
Right back to the original line of scrimmage. That'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Esley Simmons with the reception. And that'll bring up a 2nd down and 9.
Well, she had plenty of time, hardly any rush there, and he looked over the field to his second receiver and wide open for a big gain of 10 yards.
So 2nd down and 9. Here's the pitch. It's going to be a double reverse. A lot of room over on that left side. Miners try to break in, going down the sidelines, but finally out of bounds is Esley Simmons. And you could see that play developing very nicely.
They've run several versions of that, but never handing the ball off. And this time, Nevada Union's left side of the defensive line was completely full, and he turned on the jets and went around up the sideline for a big gain, so it's 1st down.
First and 10, now in Miner territory at Nevada Union's 40. Up the middle to Saunders. Drives for...
There's a flag coming in late on the play.
And we'll have to see what that is. And I think that he's pointing at Terry Graham. But let's see what the call is.
It was after the play was over, it looked like. Now they're waving it off.
So it'll simply be a 2nd down and 6. Jared Cook shuttles into the game. Austin Marks comes out. 10:26 to go in the half. Terrell now asking some questions, has 3 people in the backfield, and because of the confusion, Terrell calls timeout. So the Eagles take their first timeout with 10:13 to play in the first half, and the Miners leading 14-0. Now there are 8 ways to watch the game. Marty, what are the...
Oh, I didn't get a chance.
Brings the screen up.
Well, let me see. The first one, you can watch it on Comcast Channel 11, Suddenlink Channel 16, and you can see that on Wednesday evening at 8:30 p.m., Saturday 8 and 11 p.m. Sunday, you can watch it at 10 p.m. Or you can go out to the NevadaCountyTV.org. Oh, and also, Jim, check out Wave Broadband AC TV Channel 20 and YouTube now.com for the game of the week. Touchdown Productions. They'll have that on, I think, if everything goes well, tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock.
And additionally,
and
it's
also
on Facebook and theunion.com.
Oh, I didn't
watch it wide on the Union.
Okay.
Live on the Union. Next week, Nevada Union comes home to play the Chico Panthers. We'll have a little bit more about that game, but back here to live action where we have a 2nd down and 7. Back to pass. Here comes the rush. Throws and completion. Wide open on the play was number 3, Esley Simmons.
1st down, brought down in there by Vallejo. Plenty of time to pass. There wasn't any pass rush there, Jim.
DeAndre Terrell is showing himself to be a good passer.
Now
Let's
watch
take
this.
a look.
Goes back, sidesteps one rusher, and then wide open out in the flat. And big gain for a 1st down.
And now it's the Eagles driving.
Oh, boy.
Nothing there.
No, Vallejo came up. He must have been in the huddle because he knew where that was going right away. He came up, made that stop. Broom had nowhere to go.
Loss of a yard, 2nd down and 11. Miners might be well served to tighten up a little bit on the pass defense. Two back formation. Back to pass, throws it quickly. That's a completion, a nice gain, and it looks as though, it appears as though it might be 1st down yardage.
That was a quick pass out into the flat. Demps caught that one about 5 yards off the line of scrimmage and then just got to the outside and picked up just short by 1 yard of the first down.
Very hard to see over on that side of the field, but it's going to be a 3rd down and 1, and a great opportunity here for the driving Eagles. Handoff, first down yardage. Breaks on in. Vallejo dives into the pack.
Hanson, the ball carrier, just juking left, juking right, got into the secondary and picked up the first down. So now it's 1st and goal, Jim.
1st and goal, right inside the 10. Eli Butcher checks in defensively, and he relieves for the moment Zach Alcantara. So 1st and goal now for the Eagles. Here's the pitch. Here's Saunders. But the Miners break on in there. Ian Davis in on the play, along with Gareth Noxon. And it looks like Noxon was the guy who threw the knockout punch there, Marty.
Certainly did. He met him and rung his bell a little bit. Saunders heads back to the huddle, shaking his head. Boy, he really got hammered in there by Noxon.
No gain on the play. It'll be a 2nd and goal, still from just inside the 10. Terrell, handoff again, and again very little yardage. Good play by the Miners. Ian Broom tries to puncture that left side, and it's Hank Humphers with the takedown, and that'll bring up a 3rd down and 8.
A good hustle in there by Humphers as he fought off his block and was able to bring down the ball carrier.
Marty, can you tell me why the clock is stopped?
Want to give Pleasant Grove more opportunity to score.
So a big 3rd down play. Back to pass. Looks over the middle. Wide open. Touchdown, Pleasant Grove.
That was Demps.
Wyatt Demps on the reception. Wide open over in the left-hand side of the end zone, and the lead has been cut to 14-6. And the clock never ran.
No, it didn't. It stopped for a couple of minutes, it looked like.
Reminds me of some of the experiences we've had in the past.
It certainly does.
Lined up for the extra point, spotted, kicked, good. So a look at the scoreboard with the magic number 8:18 to play in the first half, and the Miners lead 14-7. And a nice drive there by Pleasant Grove.
It certainly was. They faltered just a little bit on a couple of plays, but outside of that, they moved the ball down the field. And look, I guess the clock stuck on 8:18 in this half.
Suds Brothers Car Wash scoreboard shows that the Miners get 14 in the first quarter and 7 in the second for Pleasant Grove.
Watch this as he looks, no pressure, and just, that was kind of a wobbly pass, but wide open out there in the corner of the end zone. And that was Demps. All he had to do was just hold on to it, and he was able to put up 6 points on the board.
Unlike last week, they have run into a hot passer at quarterback for Pleasant Grove, and the Miners are going to have to adjust to Terrell. They're going to have to get better coverage as this game goes on.
Phillips is the kicker for Pleasant Grove. Let's see what kind of leg he's got.
Berger is deep to receive, along with Ian Davis. And they are ready for us here. And it's a squib kick. And the ball is taken over by the Eagles.
Wow.
On the onside kick. The Miners didn't expect that one.
Nope.
And the Eagles are going to have another shot at it.
Boy, the Miners were set up for a big return as usual, like they do, and they all the entire front line all went back to kind of help out the.
And we've seen Nevada Union do that before, where they've just nailed the ball and it's come off of the receiving team. And now here comes the Eagles back again on offense, looking now for the tying touchdown. But a great play. It's Vallejo again.
Yeah.
Esley Simmons with the carry. Vallejo registers a 5-yard loss. And now the clock is at 7:40.
Here's the replay on that. Now watch Vallejo come in here, and he goes right through. Nobody touched him. Good eye for the ball, and throws a big loss of about almost 5 yards.
Vallejo a monster so far tonight. Back to pass. Again, no rush. Plenty of time to throw. Throws over the middle. His receiver is wide open in Esley Simmons.
Simmons kind of just stopped in amongst 4 secondary defenders, and he was completely wide open.
So 7:10 remains in a fast-moving first half. 2 consecutive possessions here for the Pleasant Grove Eagles. They have just drawn the gap to 14-7 and now driving again, a first down in the first sequence of this drive. Simmons comes near side. Saunders in the backfield. This is Saunders. Gets away! Davis is the last one to try to get him and does take him down at the 12-yard line. They had him stacked up in the backfield, but he was able to escape that and get down to the 12-yard line, and these Eagles are in business, Marty.
Certainly are, as he did a nice spin move out of the outstretched arms of, I didn't see who the first Nevada Union Miner to try to tackle him, but he did a spin move to the outside, and looked like Davis saved a touchdown.
14-7, as you see right there. Nevada Union still with a lead, but that lead being threatened. 1st and 10 with the ball on the 13-yard line. Very efficient drive again. Handoff up the middle. Decent gain. That carry by Colin Cerny.
Espinoza in on the tackle.
That ball is at the 10, so we'll give it a 3-yard gain, and that'll be 2nd down and 7. Inside 6 minutes to go in this first half. Miners have been suspect on the pass defense, and here will be an option.
Oh!
Gets away, but then is tackled for a loss. Gareth Noxon had a great chance at him, but it was Miguel Espinoza that took down Terrell.
Marks comes back into the ball game.
A 2nd and 7 becomes a 3rd and 8. Coming into the game for Nevada Union is Sam Hayward.
Butcher
Eli
comes out.
Butcher out at the 5-minute mark. Big defensive stand here for Nevada Union. Passing formation, back to pass, no rush. Now it ends up at, and there's the
wide
pass.
Open.
Wide open, touchdown, Pleasant Grove.
Demps again, Jim. There was nobody on him, just broke to the outside. No defender was in 5-6 yards of him, wide open.
Well, we know one of the topics of discussion at halftime. Last week, the Miners were excellent on the pass defense. This week, they are having a hard time getting the coverage straight. And this game is tied at 14. 4:49 to go, first half action. 14-14 here at Sheldon Pleasant Grove Community Stadium. And there's the Suds Brothers scoreboard, the 14 first quarter NU points have been complemented by 14 second quarter Pleasant Grove points.
How big was that onside kick, Jim?
Huge.
Yes, it
And
was.
you see two teams that are playing fairly wide open with incredible results. Let's go down on the field and Scott Hopper. Scott?
Hey, thank you, guys. I have a score update from Placer High School, who are playing Foothill early in the second half. We have Placer 28, and we have Foothill with 7. This is coming from us from the union.com's Press Plus Live. Back to you guys.
And I think Marty over here is texting Paul Brown. He is in Alaska fishing. Sent us an incredible picture of this huge fish that he had caught. Paul will be back with us again next week. And there's another one of those kicks. But this one will come to Davis. Davis gives it to Berger. Berger doesn't have much to work with. He gets to the 20-yard line and then is gang tackled backwards.
Looks like the Eagles are fired up now. They're completely different from that first quarter, and now they've tied the score at 14-14. But I think what has set up that passing game, Jim, is the fact that the run is really stepped up for them in this second quarter. Look at that gang tackling going on there.
Not only that, Marty, but they have not had any incompletions.
No.
And their receivers have been fairly wide open.
Yeah.
So here comes Coda. Handoff coming right at us there is Jake Berger. Jake twists and turns, gets a small gain on the play, and that'll bring up second down.
Slow to get up there is Thomas.
2nd and 7. And here is where the Miners have to make a statement, Marty. They really have to move the ball in this situation.
They moved the ball freely in that first quarter, and all of a sudden now they're struggling a little bit.
They got a little wind taken out of their sails.
Yep.
And now this is going to be a broken play.
Right.
And Coda is going to be tackled for a big loss, and that's going to bring up 3rd down and long. That play just did not pan out.
I think that was supposed to be a reverse to the left side, but there was nobody to hand the ball off to.
3rd and 9. Clock continues to run. 3.5 minutes to go in first half action. Nevada Union 14, Pleasant Grove 14. Reminder that the Miners will get the ball to start the second half. So big play right here. Coda in the shotgun. Fakes the pass. Big rush. Completion to Hank Humphers. Humphers continues to ramble. First down Miners.
That ball was thrown all the way across the field. Very dangerous pass, but it was right on the money by Coda. Humphers took that and picked up an additional 10 yards after he caught the ball. Let's go to the replay here as it rolls out. And that ball is all the way across the field. And nice catch. He goes up for it and then breaks it to the outside a little bit, picks up another 10 yards and on his own and brought down on about the 41-yard line.
Coming up on the 3-minute mark. Plenty of time for Nevada Union. All 3 timeouts left. So there's no hurry up on this. Back to pass again. Throws wide open is Ian Davis. Davis does a nice job of getting inside Pleasant Grove territory. Hank Humphers flattens number 3, Esley Simmons. And so the sure-handed Davis, another reception, another first down, and now inside Pleasant Grove territory. Marty?
Here's the replay on this now as Davis wide open. Nobody within 5 or 6 yards, and then now he takes it on his own, but then his gang tackled and brought down by Simmons.
So first down action. That inside draw, but it didn't work. Jake Berger will be handed about a 2-yard loss.
Oh, there's a
late flag.
Yeah.
That may be against the Miners. That may be against, in this case, Forrest Good.
I didn't see what happened there.
And I believe it is against the Miners. Personal foul against Nevada Union. And that one will hurt.
I'll take it back 15 yards.
See if it's a dead ball foul. If it is, it'll be second down and long, and it is a dead ball foul. Personal foul against the Miners. I believe it was Forrest Good.
They're going to signal second down. You're right, Jim. Happened after the play. Well, that brings up second at about 25. Now they're going to step it off some more.
Well, and I think they got that right. They had it at 25, and it was really 26 because it was a 1-yard loss on the play.
Right.
So let's see here what Coda does. Back to pass. Little screen. Nice screen. Needs to get a block and did not get it. And so taken down for only a slight gain.
Dickinson, the ball carrier, and had no place to go, had no blockers in front of him.
Inside the 2-minute mark. Third down and very long. Pleasant Grove has put themselves in a great position to defend here. Coda back in along with Ian Davis to bring the play on in. 1:40 to go. Miners need to hurry up to the line of scrimmage. They have had delay of game penalties in each of their first 2 contests. And back to pass. And being rushed, trying to get to the pocket. Now is going to run and throws a little one to Berger, but it's incomplete.
That wasn't going to get anything there, even if he would have caught the ball. The only thing it did was just stop the clock. Nevada Union will have to punt.
So the Miners sputter on their third possession and are forced in this situation to punt. Brayton Sill will come in for the punt. Pass interference against Nevada Union. So that's going to take them back even further. And let's go down on the field to Scott Hopper.
Hi, guys. I was talking to Andy Owens on the sideline. He's their chief statistician. And we were talking about Kyle Coda and his efficiency. Going into that last play that was incomplete, he was 4 for 4, a touchdown, 98 yards, having a heck of a night. Back to you guys.
4th down and 42 to go.
Yeah, they got all the way down to the 40-yard line, and now look where they are.
Sill drops the ball but picks it up. Nice kick. Taken on the run. Breaks 2 tackles. Gets to the outside. And an excellent return by DeAndre Terrell.
On the return for the Eagles.
The quarterback takes that punt return and goes deep into Nevada Union territory at the 36-yard line of Nevada Union.
I just couldn't see, Jim, how Nevada Union let him get by him on that punt coverage. He must be very elusive down there.
1st and 10. T.J. Hart shuttles in for Nevada Union. Back to pass. And now the ball is fumbled. And one of the linemen picks it up. Fortunate play. Number 55 was Tony Adams.
Any relation?
No. Well, a little bit of similarity.
Watch this as he goes back to pass. Good secondary work. Nobody to receive the ball, and he just dropped it. I don't know what he was doing there. He's got to pull that ball in. They're lucky to recover that.
Oh, they're ineligible man.
Graham in on that tackle.
And another penalty against Nevada Union.
Wow.
And this is of a large variety. Nevada Union in the late stages of the first half with 1 minute to play, shooting themselves in the foot. And now Pleasant Grove has ventured to the 20-yard line.
Yeah, Jim, instead of having a second down and about 14, they have now clock starts to run, but they now have first down on the 20-yard line.
So Pleasant Grove poised to possibly take the lead. Back to pass, throws long, and that'll be out of the end zone and incomplete. Defending on the play was Gareth Noxon.
Good pass rush by the front four of Nevada Union as they put pressure on them and forced them to throw an errant pass out of the end zone.
41.4 seconds to go in first half action. Pleasant Grove at the 21-yard line with a 2nd and 10. See what Terrell comes up with here. It's going to be another pass. He's had his way with the pass all night. Throws it over the middle. Wide open. Breaking through. Touched. And that's not a touchdown. That's out of the end zone. That'll be a touchback for the Miners. The Miners will take the ball at the 20-yard line. The initial call was a touchdown by the line judge, but then he realized he had not penetrated the end zone, and so the ball will go out to the 20 unless they turn it around.
It looked, from what I had the binoculars on, it looked like the ball was in the end zone. He wasn't, but he didn't have control over it, and now that's going to take away that touchdown. It's going to go out to the 20-yard line. Boy, a big break right there,
Boy,
Jim.
very fortunate.
Now watch this. He goes back to pass. He's got plenty of time, and he just lobs it right to the open receiver right over the middle. But now watch, after he catches the ball, he breaks up the middle, and he's all set. But now as he starts heading into the end zone, he gets hit, and the ball goes right out of his hand. They bought it on the 2-yard line, rolls out of the end zone for a touchback. And the Nevada Union Miners caught a big break.
Dodged a huge bullet.
Yep.
29.1 seconds to play, and unless there is some type of miracle play, Miners are going to get to go in at halftime 14-14.
Very lucky to not be trailing. That had touchdown written all over it.
They should be down 21-14 now.
Okay, now watch. I didn't see who came up and made the hit on him at the 2-yard line. Let's see, who is that? That looks like number 20. That's
Tanner
Vallejo.
I thought it was Tanner that got the hit. And there you can see where Ennis Mayberry almost comes up with the ball, but he was outside of the end zone, so it's a touchback.
Now they're having another ruling on the field here. Let's see what they're...
And Dave Humphers, as you can see, is going out to talk to the officials.
Along with the head coach from... He wants to know what happened.
Well, it's really hard to see from this
where
angle,
he was.
Marty.
It looked, he was going to reach out and put the ball in the end zone. It looked like the ball was in the end zone, but he wasn't. He was still outside the end zone line. But you can see as he reached out, he got hit at the same time, and that propelled the ball forward. And so I think they're going to put it on the 20. Yeah.
Well,
it's not going to be overridden.
You can see there on the side of your screen, hold it right there. In fact, take it back a frame if you can. You can see the official on the right-hand side. The line judge has signaled a touchdown.
Right.
But at least he wants to get it right, and he says, I signaled that prematurely, and the ball goes out of the end zone. The Miners, a huge break, a huge bullet they've dodged here. And so let's see what Coda does. It looks like he's going to kneel down and call it a quarter. And he does.
It does. Good call, Jim.
So a tale of two quarters here. Miners with the first quarter domination. Pleasant Grove in the second. Let's go down on the field and Scott Hopper.
Hey guys, thank you very much. I do have a Bear River update. They are leading 3-0 and almost at the end of the first quarter. Back to you guys.
So the first half is complete here from Sheldon Pleasant Grove Community Stadium. Nevada Union is tied 14-14. We're going to have a little bit of a prolonged halftime tonight, but we'll have everything to bring to you in just a moment. You're watching Nevada Union football. This is the Touchdown Production Sports Network.
Gold and silver are more important as a part of your investment portfolio more now than ever before. There's inflationary pressures. China alone could push the gold price more than double from $1,000 to $2,000 an ounce. Hi, my name is Jason Hommel and welcome to the JH Mint. Here at the JH Mint we have all sorts of gold and silver. We have about 200 ounces of gold. We have about 20,000 ounces of silver or more in stock. We also assay or scrap gold jewelry and placer gold, and we will be here for all of your gold and silver investing needs Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m.
The Owl has been part of Mill Street for 132 years. The hand-carved Austrian cherrywood bar was built in 1880, and the food has become legendary with entrees including steak and prawns cooked to perfection.
We put 3 new HD TVs in the bar and the lounge area. We're going to be starting a Monday Night Football special. We'll have different specials in the bar.
Enjoy a great meal with family and friends at the new Owl Grill and Saloon.
The Painter family's been feeding Nevada County football players and their families since 1959. October marks 52 years of service to our community. At SPD, you'll always find USDA choice beef and a full-service meat department, complete deli section, locally grown produce, and a post office. Everything you need that makes SPD so special. SPD Markets, hometown proud, where your neighbors shop.
Mike Bratton is the neighbor you can count on for your most important insurance decisions, 24 hours a day.
The first step begins with a phone call. Hi, I'm Mike Bratton, your good neighbor State Farm agent, and I look forward to hearing from you. Since 1984, my team and I have been educating clients and developing long-term relationships through personalized and professional guidance on their insurance programs. We will put you in the driver's seat and strive to enhance each encounter you have with us.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
We're back here at the Sheldon Pleasant Grove Stadium, the home of the Huskies on the campus of Sheldon High School. We're here at halftime, homecoming for Pleasant Grove. And while all that activity takes place, let's throw it down to Scott on the sideline. Scott.
Hey, thank you guys. I'm standing here with sports writer from the Union, Walter Ford. And this week, Walter, you had or ultimately today in the paper, you wrote an extensive report on the 2 players who received the tough decision from the CIF Commissioner's Office. Could you go into that into detail?
Yeah, Cole Hannum and Owen Sparks, transfers from Marysville over the summer, were both denied eligibility to play for the entire football season. That came down from the Commissioner's Office at the Sac-Joaquin section. Pete Sacco made that decision, and both boys are looking into appeals, but right now it looks like the decision will hold. And it turns out it was violations of Rule 510E, which is following a coach from one school to another. And that's what they have cited as the reason why they've declined to let them have eligibility this year.
And then could you go into the relationship between, say, the coach and the players? I mean, what was it?
Yeah, the situation was Brad Sparks was the JV coach at Marysville last season. He has now joined the Miners varsity squad as an assistant coach. Cole Hannum, who has never played for Brad Sparks in high school, also made the transfer when his family moved to Penn Valley. And Owen Sparks, who and the Sparks family lives in Browns Valley, decided to make the switch from Marysville to Nevada Union because he saw better opportunities there. But what had come through is that everyone at the Commissioner's Office and Sac-Joaquin section believed that it was under undue influence, and that because the coach left, so did the boys.
Okay. Couldn't the coach quit and make these kids eligible?
I don't believe so. I don't believe that would be the case. I don't think if you quit, you could retroactively make that switch.
So, and it's also my understanding that there was a rule change that maybe the kids could sit out 30 days.
Well, that was newly implemented this year from the CIF. That came in around May, and that's called the sit-out period, and it's about approximately 35 days depending on which season. And that makes it so a kid that does transfer from a school to school over the summer, that when the next season falls around, they'll just sit out for a brief portion of it. But because they were found to be under undue influence, that trumped the sit-out period and made him ineligible to play for the season.
So then ultimately the commissioner's office is the judge and jury in this case.
Well, there is an appeals process, like I said earlier,
right.
And that'll be through the CIF office, so there is another body that'll look through it, but that'll be done at the state level and not at the commissioner's level, and that is a process that would, if it did come to fruition, would be in about a month or so. It takes about 10 days to get receipt of the request for appeals. They have 30 days to respond, and then within 10 days, the answer.
So ultimately, even if they were to go through the appeals process and you were to go that far, I mean, is there enough left in the season that maybe these kids could come back?
If it was done in an expedient way, which I'm not sure if that's the situation or not, but if it was done in a very quick manner, possibly. Okay. But if everything takes, as far as their time limits allow, it looks like it'd be close to the end of the season by the time the boys would get on the field.
And then one other thing that I was kind of curious to know is, do they physically live within Nevada Union School District?
Cole Hannum lives in Penn Valley.
Okay, so
which
that's
is in Nevada, and Owen lives in Browns Valley, which is, it's like straddles the line between Marysville and Nevada Union.
Okay.
And the way it was put to me by Will DeBoard from the communications office at the CIF, or at the Sac-Joaquin section, is that a student can transfer from one school to another without a change of residence if it's done in the proper manner and he does the sit-out period. But again, what was trumping this is the Rule 510, where it was under undue influence.
Got it. And have you had an opportunity to speak with the boys?
I spoke with Cole briefly last night. He didn't want to go into too much. I imagine they're still feeling kind of the sting of the ruling.
Mm-hmm. And how about the family? Have you spoken to the coach, the father?
I spoke with Brad extensively. He feels terrible that this has happened to his son. He wishes there was a better way that they could have gone about it, and possibly a different situation where they could have sat down with Gary Sino, the principal at Marysville, and kind of explained why the changes were being made. He feels terrible that his son's losing the season, but he also just beams about this community and how supportive they've been and how they continue to treat his son like one of their own, like a brother.
Even though he's only been here a brief period of time.
A brief period of time, but he says he wants to be here for the rest of his life. He has said this community is the best thing that's happened to his family in a long time.
Okay, so on that note, let's take our walk around the foothills and get you caught up on the. And so here we are. We're looking at the Sierra Foothill League football standings. Does anything jump out at you?
Granite Bay 0-2, Del Oro 0-2. That jumps out at me right off the bat. Last year they were the top two teams in the division. Granite Bay and Del Oro both won sections. But like NU have scheduled very difficult preseason matchups before the SFL season.
So ultimately you would think that maybe this preseason schedule standings most likely won't mirror maybe what we'll see, say, in November.
More so than that, what I think is it's going to make for a lot of good SFL ball. These kids are playing top quality competition, and so they'll be ready for each other come.
Okay, fantastic. So we did report earlier on a Bear River update. We did have a Placer update, which came from Preps Plus Live out of union.com. Right now we're looking at the standings there. Does anything also jump out at you as out of the norm?
You know, I briefly got to see Colfax last season. I saw them when they beat up on Bear River pretty bad. I am just awestruck that they're 0-2. That Colfax, since I was a boy growing up in Penn Valley, has been a powerhouse. They have got a good program up there. So starting the season 0-2 is very uncharacteristic of them.
Right, and so ultimately right now tonight, what we heard is that Bear River's in a dogfight, a 3-0 game where Bear River came out in game one and really put up a lot of big numbers. That I find surprising as well.
Coach Savoy knew that they'd be coming up against a tough defense. Woodland had only given up 28 points all season, had only lost by a total of 9 points in both games. They're a talented squad, just hadn't shown it yet. Their defense was going to be a problem, and Savoy knew it. Their offense was also something that Savoy was afraid of, but obviously the Bear River defense has been strong in the first half.
And what And what I've been hearing around the PVL this year is that it should be competitive, and the team that a lot of insiders are talking about is Lincoln. Have you heard anything about Lincoln?
We're talking Lincoln of Stockton, or
no, Lincoln of Lincoln, California.
Oh no,
you haven't not.
I've not heard of Lincoln.
The Fighting Zebras.
Yeah, I'm aware of the Zebras.
Okay, so I've heard a little about them. They have a speed team. Their front line is apparently predominantly seniors.
Okay.
And people are saying that it narrow itself down, and it very well could end up as a Placer Lincoln matchup for the title.
Well, and that would be a nice little shakeup in the division. I mean, Placer is always a perennial power, but it'd be nice to see a team like Lincoln, who usually spends most of his time at the bottom of the PVL, rising to the top. It's always good to see parity in the league.
That's true. Okay, so let's flip over to the volleyball, girls action. Have you had an opportunity to get out and take a peek at any of the games?
I have. I watched Bear River the other day, and I've been talking closely with Marco Salcedo, the Nevada Union coach, and I've been talking closely with Matt McDonald, the Bear River coach, and they both are optimistic about these year's teams, but more so, they have put their girls in just a gauntlet of difficult teams to start this season.
And on this schedule that we see, have they matched up against anybody in division, or is there a matchup that's coming that maybe that you've heard about that might be on the near horizon?
Well, the Granite Bay Nevada Union game is always big when it comes to volleyball. Those two teams go back and forth year after year, and I know Marco has a special place in his heart where he wants to get those victories over Granite Bay. As the boys coach, he lost to them several times last season, and
so he's looking for a little revenge.
Absolutely.
Okay, good. So we've touched on the Sierra Foothill League. Now we're looking at the PVL. We're looking at Placer, 3 wins out of the gate. We're looking at Bear River standing at 5-5 with 3 consecutive losses.
Well, the losses against strong teams. It was at the Reno tournament, and then against St. Francis, which is the top team in the section. And then the interesting thing about Placer is I've not get to see them with my own eyes, but talking with Forest Lake Christian coach Travis Smith, he was telling me that Placer, and they played Placer, they've seen them lots of times, is the best team he's ever seen them have.
Wow.
He said that they are absolutely impressive, and he expects a lot of big things from them this year.
So then ultimately those top 2 teams that we're looking at there very well could hold maybe through
absolutely
the season, and
absolutely.
that should be the showdown.
Even though Bear River has dropped the last 3, I expect them to turn it around. They're a veteran squad, a lot of seniors, and a lot of talent on their team.
I did go and have the opportunity to see Bear River play Granite Bay. They lost 3-1. But the parents and the coaches, they walked away from the gym and they said, we did lose. That we lost to a very good team, and the parents were telling me that Granite Bay is number 2 in the section.
Well, and Matt McDonald said the same thing to me. He was very proud of their effort that night. They played them tough, and Matt does that on purpose. He does it every year. He schedules them a lot of difficult teams before they get into the PVL season.
Okay, so next week we're looking at the Miners playing against the Chico Panthers. I haven't really looked into the Panthers, out that far. Do you know anything about them?
I spoke with a colleague a former colleague of mine out of the Reading paper, the Reading Searchlight. And he told me the Chico Panthers have a pair of quarterbacks. Their first quarterback was all league last season, but went down with an injury. The second guy came in and went 16 for 16. So they got their passing game down, and they also have a wide receiver who is big, fast, and strong. So the secondary will be tested next week.
So ultimately, what we saw in the first half was 2 passing touchdowns to the same spot. So we're going to probably need to see the Miners pick it up and make some adjustments.
Absolutely. Well,
okay, sounds good. And so we have 8 ways to watch this. We have the NCTV Comcast Channel 11. We have Suddenlink Channel 16. You can tune into it at 8:30 p.m. on Wednesday, 8 and 11 on Saturday. And very good. You can also find us on NevadaCountyTV.org. We have broadband ACTV Channel 20. And we have a new YouTube channel that you can find us at Game of the Week. Also, tune in on Saturday mornings where we'll turn this thing around and you can watch somewhere in the 9 o'clock hour. Okay, so guys, that's it
Yeah, and that'll be at theunion.com. It'll be posted on our website, and you'll be able to find the link to the YouTube channel, as well as watch the game and watch previous games on the channel as well.
Okay, fantastic. Well, Walter, I thank you very much for your insight into the landscape of the PVL and the Sierra Foothill League, and to next week's game. So, guys, back to you.
Thank you, Scott. Miners getting ready for this second half, and it was a different type of first half, Marty.
Certainly was. What do you think Coach Humphers is going over with his team right now? They look like they're listening very intensely.
Here's what I think he's saying. I think he's saying, okay, defense, listen, you haven't even been close to any of their intended receivers.
Right.
You've been 2 yards away, 3 yards away, 5 yards away, wide open to their receivers. So they're going to come out and throw the ball more in the second half. Now they can have a more balanced attack. I think he's also saying, okay, first half is over. Don't let this team get inside your head. We're going to take the ball to start off the second half. Let's see what we can do. And, I think he has some stern words for him, Marty. This is gut check time.
Certainly is.
We'll take a look at the third quarter in just a moment. You're watching exclusive coverage of Nevada Union Miner football. This is the Touchdown Production Sports Network.
B&C is your neighborhood home and garden center for both builders and consumers. They carry everything you need. In their garden center, you'll find a complete nursery along with expert advice on trees, shrubs, perennials, and garden enhancements. They're open 7:30 to 6 Monday through Saturday and 8 to 5 on Sunday. So start right, start here at B&C True Value Home and Garden Center in the Fowler Center, Grass Valley. 1, 2, 3, 4. The fun starts at Top This, your premier accessory outfitter for truck, RV, marine, and fishing. Top This is Grass Valley's only outfitter with access to millions of products and the knowledge to help you choose what's right for you. They're serious about outfitting your truck, boat, or RV. As for fishing, talk to Chuck. Top This, your premier accessory outfitter for truck, RVs, marine, and fishing.
Hi, my name's Mark from Swayze's Public Wholesale at 140 East McKnight Way. At Swayze's, we have all kinds of automotive tools. We have all kinds of fasteners, 3 different pitches of metrics. We have safety equipment. And don't forget our glove world. We carry over 600 styles of gloves. If your canopy was damaged this winter, we have all the parts and supplies to fix and repair it or expand it. It's Swayze's Public Wholesale. We have everything you need for everything you do. Open every day, 8 to 5 on the weekdays, open till 4 on the weekends.
The Hauser family reminds you if it's round, rubber, and it rolls, then you're sure to find it at Plaza Tire and Auto Service. From regular car and truck tires to small specialty tires for your trailers and golf carts, you can trust Plaza Tire has the tire for you. They stake their reputations on it every day. Plaza Tire and Auto Service. Auto repair done on your schedule, not theirs, in Penn Valley, Nevada City, and in Colfax. And of course, brought to you by Touchdown Productions, the Foothill leader in sports television. This is Gil Dominguez saying thanks for joining us tonight, and be sure to stay with us after the game when we announce the Bill Slade & Sons Trucking Player of the Game, created by Stuckey Engravers. Once again, the Touchdown Productions sports team will select the most deserving NU player and honor them with a beautiful plaque made by Stuckey's. So stay tuned after the game for the Bill Slade & Sons Trucking Player of the Game Award, created by Stuckey Engravers, and coming up immediately after this exclusive telecast.
Player of the game, always one of the favorite parts of our broadcast tonight. Who has stood out for you, Marty, for the Miners?
Well, it's tough here so far. Through the first half, I've kind of got my eye on Humphers tonight, Vallejo, and also Davis again. I mean, it seems to be those three have been the big contributing factor to at least that first quarter production.
Well, you've made a really good point. In the weeks past, we've kind of had a front runner. The next 24 minutes is really going to spell who our player of the game is. So it'll be very interesting to see how this unfolds. You see the Sud Brothers Car Wash scoreboard. Miners get 14 in the first quarter. They seem invincible on their way to victory. Pleasant Grove takes over in the second. They score a touchdown. They do a squib kick that bounces off of an NU player. They recover. Moments later, it's 14-all. Pleasant Grove goes in to score the go-ahead touchdown. Just at the goal line, there's a fumble. It goes out of the end zone. Miners catch a big break. We are tied at halftime at 14-14. I would have to say the Miners need to make almost more adjustments than Pleasant Grove does.
I think you're absolutely right. When we'll see right away, Jim, when the Miners deferred on the opening kickoff, so they will get the ball here to start the second half. And if they can produce like they did in that first quarter, then they could turn this game around. But they're kind of, I don't know, they kind of lost their mojo a little bit in that second quarter. Pleasant Grove kind of took it to them, and it really, I think it kind of, they were startled a little bit. And now they're sitting in a position where they could be trailing 21-14, but it's tied up, and let's see what happens when they come out here in the second half.
Well, and like you said, I think perhaps this is the biggest surprise of their season, and if you can say getting tied at 14 is their biggest surprise, then I guess you would say that they've probably had a pretty good start, which they have. But let's take a look at it. As Marty said, this first possession of the second half is going to be a big possession for Nevada Union. And then, Marty, Nevada Union, when they go on defense, they're going to have to play better.
They certainly are. They're going to have to tighten up that secondary because the quarterback, I believe that's Thomas for Pleasant Grove.
Terrell.
Terrell is
DeAndre Terrell.
Okay, he has been having plenty of time to pass the ball, and then to top it all off, the receivers are finding the opening in the seam, and they're wide open to catch the pass. So
they might have 4 people on them, but they've all given the receiver about 2 yards.
Yeah, right. And the times that you mentioned earlier, some of the receivers had 5-6 yards.
It was a longer than usual halftime, although the game has moved very quickly, and so I believe that it gave Dave Humphers and his staff some time to talk to the players and say, hey, here's what we need to get accomplished. And so it will be interesting how well they march that new agenda. On the other hand, if I was Pleasant Grove, I'd probably be saying to myself, hey, we're at home. We've only got 24 minutes left in the game. We gave them some breaks early on. We broke their backs in the second quarter. I think we're in the driver's seat.
I tend to agree with you on that, Jim, as the Miners have definitely got their backs up against the wall here, I think, against a very confident now Pleasant Grove Eagles. And so we'll have to see what happens as both teams come out here for the start of the second half.
One thing for sure, it's going to be an interesting second half. We told you at the outset that we thought this would be a close game, a highly competitive game, and indeed that's exactly what it's been. The Miners' defense is going to have to play slightly better in the second half, especially the pass defense. See off to your far left, Kyle Coda passing to Ian Davis, and we welcome the American Pride Detailing scoreboard. And there's the tail of the tape so far. They will be our scoreboard sponsor for the second half. So
I need some detailing work on one of my cars. That'd be a good place to go.
Marty, I think you got to do it. I heard that they just did the Commander, and it looks like a 2014 vehicle.
Yeah. Just off the assembly
line. And it's not
line
even 2013, so think about that.
I know I am. Well, that's a good place to go to and get up that way and get it taken care of.
Beautiful night here. Last week it got cold and chilly towards the end of the game, but tonight it is comfortable in the 70s or the low 80s. There's just a slight breeze blowing in being different from last week, and so the conditions couldn't be any better. This is a beautiful field, Marty.
Certainly is. We've got an all-weather track, all-weather field. It's and I was really surprised to see last week at Grant that they've got an all-weather track and all-weather field, because that one game that we did in the pouring down rain that Nevada Union won in the last second of the game that one year, and that field was a muddy mess. But no more. It looked very nice out there.
So far, great weather the first 3 weeks of the season. We're about ready for the second half. The Eagles are on the field. The Miners are entering the field, and we are poised for the commencement of the second half, not knowing exactly what Chad Phillips will do with this opening kickoff.
And here with the call from Touchdown Productions, a voice of the Nevada Union Miners, Jim Adams.
Thank you, Marty. And this alone will be interesting. And he lines it right into the secondary. A big, nice high hop. Doesn't hand off this time. This is Ian Davis. Ian needs a couple of blocks. Nice gain on the play. Up approaching the 40-yard line. Stopped at the 34. It'll be 1st and 10 Nevada Union. So some good breathing room. Nice return by Ian Davis to start this third quarter.
Yeah, one of the things we want to point out too, Jim, is that the difference between Sills kicking the ball into the end zone and Pleasant Grove taking the ball on the 20-yard line. Here they squib kick it, get it down to Davis, get it up to the 34, a 14-yard different swing, and that does have its advantages.
It will be marked at the 35, 1st and 10 Nevada Union, opening play of the second half. And it's going to be pass, and he throws. Ian Davis is wide open. Davis does a couple of stutter steps, and it looks like he surges forward to very close to a first down.
He had Humphers out in front of him, both Humphers and Davis into the pattern, and Humphers just missed the block a little bit, and they brought down Davis, but it was a big gain, 9 yards. 2nd and 1.
2nd and 1. Single back is Nate Dickinson in motion.
Oh.
Hands off to Dickinson, but he loses a yard.
Boy, coming up and meeting it very quickly was Mayberry. Mayberry has really put on quite a show here tonight.
So we'll see if Coach Humphers brings in Vallejo for this third down situation. Nate Dickinson in the backfield. Near side here is Ian Davis. There's the handoff up the middle. Hank Humphers, nice gain on the play, deep into Eagle territory. First down Miners at the 40 of the Eagles.
The only way that play works with that crisscross, delayed handoff and everything else is you got to have your line blocking up front, and they did. They opened up the big hole there. Humphers went right through it. It was
Hank had a big area to bust right through. And I'm waiting for one of these plays where one of them breaks it for a touchdown.
Yep.
But for the here and now, 1st and 10, man in motion again is Humphers. Humphers almost an identical play, and he gets a nice gain again up the middle. This time takes the ball running from the left side, cuts right up the gut, and that'll become a 2nd down and 3.
Looks like Nevada Union's making a statement here on the ground.
Dickinson in the backfield. Another man in motion. Here's a handoff. This is Vallejo. Vallejo with first down yardage. They have to grab his jersey to bring him down. On the play, Cedric Thomas makes the tackle.
A nice straight arm in there by Vallejo. It was able to allow for another 6 or 7 yards with that great straight arm. I noticed that last week too when he did the same thing.
Marty, this looked like the opening drive of the game.
Yep.
Up the middle, Nate Dickinson. Nate gets a few yards on the play, but it'll be short yardage, and that'll bring up a 2nd down and long.
Little congestion. Uh-oh, there's a delayed flag after the fact. Let's see what it's called.
If that's against the Miners, that would be a killer.
I
think
the way he
this
looked
one-
over his shoulder, it looked like he was going after the Eagles.
I think that this is going to be against the Pleasant Grove Eagles.
Well, the Nevada
And
Union fans think so.
That will get the Miners close to a first down, but perhaps not quite a first down. We'll have to see. It's going to be a very close marking. Halfway distance to the goal. Now the ball is at the 8, and they're signaling second down.
First and goal on the 8-yard line.
So Coda under center, man in motion, gives it to Vallejo. Vallejo using his blocking, cuts inside. I believe he attained a first down. He's inside the 10 at the 8. Coming up on 9 minutes to go in third quarter action. Checking into the game for Nevada Union is Ian Davis. And it'll be a second down and goal. So they had a first down and goal on that play. They kept the yard markers up, so it was really hard to tell.
Right,
now they are down second and goal from the 8. Coda in the shotgun. Back to pass. Throws to the corner. Incomplete. Davis well covered. Used that play last week against Grant, and it worked perfectly. This week there was great coverage on the play by Esley Simmons.
Yeah, double coverage over there in the corner. The ball was, Coda had no place to go but to overthrow that ball. He was looking for a defensive holding call, but looking for the flag. Didn't get it, but he had to overthrow that ball because he had double coverage.
So a series that moved so easily down the field is now a third and goal at the 8. Back to pass. Here comes a big rush. Throws over the middle. He's there. Touchdown! Strongman Austin Marks. Marks with another touchdown for Nevada Union. 2 key catches in tonight's contest.
That is a great throw. He had a big pass rush on Coda as he dropped back, had to avoid a couple of fast rushers and threw it into a crowd, and Marks came up into the air, grabbed that ball for a touchdown.
And the Miners do not have the squad out there they want. Ian Davis rushes in. And so now Sill is ready. Big extra point. Spotted. Kicked. Good. So a look at the scoreboard with 8:33 to go in the third quarter. The Miners have retaken the lead 21-14, and the American Pride Detailing scoreboard. Great play there by Austin Marks.
And it certainly was. And he went up for that pass amongst two defenders. Take a look at the replay here as you watch the pass rush on Coda, and he goes back. He gets a good block in there, and then just kind of throws it off his back foot, a little wobbly, but right in amongst 2 defenders, went up for it, brought it down, touchdown. He put a good move
Marks
on him.
grabbed that ball.
Oh,
he
yeah.
brought it in, and he said, there's no way this is coming out.
No.
And Marty, that's a big 7 points.
Certainly is. Let's take a look at it one more time. Now watch. Here's a good block coming in here to slow up that pass rush. Off his back foot, off balance. Not much on it, but yet he was able to get it to Marks, went up for it, brought it in, and there's your 6 points right there. So now it's 21-14 with 8:33 left to go in this third quarter as Nevada Union goes up on top. Let's go down to Scott.
Hey guys, thank you very much. I wanted to report to you that Bear River at halftime is 9-0 over Woodland. That comes to us from the union.com. I also would like to bring you up to speed. Senior defensive end, tight end, Jared Cook, at halftime was sitting on the bench. He looked very shaken, possibly the flu. I will report back. He did leave the field. He did walk off the field without any assistance. They said they were going to get some fluids in him, and I will report back on to if I can get an update on him. All right, guys, thank you very much, and back to you.
Scott, thank you very much. So a touchback on the kickoff, and now let's see what the Miners have defensively. First and 10. There's a handoff.
Oh,
nothing doing.
That.
That's got to be Tanner Vallejo. I thought it was, but it is not. That's
Graham.
Terry Graham. Big play by Terry Graham. That looked like the type of play Vallejo orchestrates,
Exactly.
but Terry Graham was right back there for a 3-yard loss. And, you know, the Miners do have to really focus in this opening drive of the second half. Back to pass, wide open, completion. Gets by the first man, gets back to the 25-yard line. That's going to be a 3rd down and 5. And again, the Miners with a hard time defending. But with that said, DeAndre Terrell, very good arm, very accurate.
Right on the money. Dangerous pass out on the flat, but he released it so quickly that the secondary couldn't come up and do anything but tackle the ball carrier.
So 3rd and 5. Back to pass. Here comes the rush. Evades it. Gets by one man, but he will be tackled at the 25, the original line of scrimmage, and it appears as though the Miners have held on the Eagles' first possession.
Good defensive work there.
Now there was good coverage, Marty, because Terrell had no one to throw to.
Exactly. So he tucked it in, started to run, and came up short.
Quick 5 minutes gone in this third quarter, 7 minutes to go. Let's see what happens here. There's the snap. Miners get the rush away. This will be, in fact, this is going to be over Jake Berger's head. And it's going to get a nice roll. Ball will go close to being out of bounds. Miners are going to be able to take up shop at the 29-yard line of Nevada Union.
Nice kick into the wind. And that ball went over Berger's head as he didn't anticipate that punt going that far. And it rolled dead on the 29-yard line, where the Miners will take over 1st and 10.
And so Nevada Union here with another series upcoming. A nice halt defensively on the first series for the Pleasant Grove Eagles, and so it'll be 1st and 10 Miners. And a quick pass, throws it complete. The sure-handed Ian Davis picks up 7 yards. That'll be a 2nd down and 2. Coda looking for the play. There you see the defensive line of the Eagles. And there you see Coda coming back in with the play. Coming up on 6 minutes to go in the third quarter. Miners back to a 21-14 lead. Handoff. Tries to get around the left side. Does. Nice gain on the play. I think that will be 1st down yardage.
It
Of course, it's Tanner Vallejo. And Vallejo has been a horse all night, both offensively and defensively.
Certainly has. He's been kind of the workhorse of this game tonight.
I've been very impressed really with 2 players. I think Austin Marks has had a great game, and Vallejo has shown well on both offense and defense. When you need a few critical yards, he's surely the guy to go to. 1st and 10 Miners at their own 39. In motion is Humphreys, but instead it goes up the middle, and a healthy gain on the play. I think they get 5 yards. In fact, we'll call it 6, and it'll be a 2nd down and 4.
Front line of the Miners on the offensive side is opening up some pretty big holes here now.
Not only that, Marty, but when the Miners are at their best, they're very deceptive, and it's almost hard to tell who has the ball, and that was another of those plays. Humphreys in motion, there's a fumble, and the Miners are going to have to fall on it. That's going to bring up a 3rd down and long. What looked like a promising play turns into a 4-yard loss and becomes 3rd and long.
Take a look at this fumble. Looks like the pulling guard hit the ball on his way to lead the block. But Nevada Union recovers it.
So a big 3rd down for Coda and his Miners here. And he's back. He has time to throw, and there's a completion. This is Ian Davis. Davis with a nice gain. Gets additional yardage deep inside, but there's a flag on the play, and I think that may be roughing the passer. Coda gets up slow. Ball went to the 32-yard line, and this may be tacked on at the end. Let's see.
Looks like this might be coming back. Let's see what happens here. No, they didn't hit the quarterback, so he takes that pass and breaks to the inside, and it takes 3, but it's all coming back for naught as a penalty was called on Nevada Union. It might have been a hold, but they're marching it way back to the 27-yard line, 23-yard line, looks like. Boy, that was about a 70-yard penalty there, Jim.
Yes, it was. Big play.
Man, we're all the way down to about the 30-yard line.
And that's going to bring up a 3rd down and 25.
Discussion going on here.
So the officials conferring. Dave Humphers on the sideline. Clock continues to run. 4:20 to go. 3rd quarter action. Miners up by 7, but a 3rd down and forever here on this play. And it's going to be a wraparound draw. And scampering on that is Vallejo. It looks like somebody grabbed his mask, but no face mask, but no flag came in. So that's going to make it 4th down. He gets about 10 of the yards back. It's going to be 4th and long, and Brayton Sill will come in to do the punting.
Well, what looked like a very promising drive is the Miners got all the way down to on that pass completion to Davis, got all the way down to the 30-yard line, and then they had to brought it all the way back for a 50-yard penalty.
Here's Sill. Whoa,
Oh,
high
nice.
and deep, way back there. I hope he did not outkick his coverage. Over there closing in. Nice yardage back, breaks into the middle, and again an incredible return by DeAndre Terrell. The quarterback gets back into Miner territory inside the 50. An incredible kick by Sill, but as I mentioned, Marty, I think maybe he outkicked his coverage
So
a
he had
tad.
a great spiral. Let's take a look at this punt. Now watch what happens here. It's a 27-yard return. Now he gets that ball back about the 24-yard line, breaks to the outside, gets a couple of good blocks, and then brings it all the way out to the 49-yard line of Nevada Union. Big play.
So here we go, 1st and 10, right up the middle, and get some decent yardage. 4 on the play. 2nd down 6. 3 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. Miners lead by 7. Miners took the opening kickoff of the 2nd half and moved down for a touchdown. They sputtered on their 2nd drive. Miners stopped Pleasant Grove on their 1st. And there's a flag on the play that comes on up. That's going to be short of the 1st down, but let's see what this flag is. Almost everything lately has gone against the Miners.
See what they call here. That comes in the area of holding, but let's see. Oh, illegal procedure, 5-yard penalty.
So, see what the Miners do here. It would either be about a 3rd and 4 or a 2nd and 11, and it will be the 2nd and 11. Miner coaching staff predicted a very tight contest, and they're getting exactly what they predicted.
Seesaw battle back and forth. Both teams moving the ball at will and then shooting themselves in the foot.
I think this might be a passing play,
Yep.
and it is. Back to pass. Good pass protection. Finally got it at the last minute, but a great gain on a nice pass. It's going to be 3rd down and 4.
Cerny, the receiver, he goes off limping a little bit.
And Terrell has done a great job with the assistance of his offensive line of keeping the Miners out of the backfield tonight.
Yep.
So here's a big 3rd down and 3. There's a pitch. Miners need to close in. I don't know whether he got the first down or not. However,
it's going to be short, I think.
He's in the area where don't you think they'd go for it on 4th down?
I would think so. Last time they had 4th and short, they decided to kick and they only got 15 yards out of the punt because it took a reverse bounce.
4th and 2, and you kind of have to wonder what Terrell will do here. His running game is good, but I can't remember the last time he had an incompletion. So here we go.
They'll probably run it.
4th and 2. There's the pitch. Miners trying to get into the backfield, but I believe that will be 1st down yardage.
Extra effort. That is Saunders.
17-7 at halftime. Bear River leads over Woodland.
And if you notice that shaking on the screen, it's not us being nervous, it's the fans jumping up and down on these metal seats here.
Marty, what a fast 3rd quarter. There's only 1 minute left. So 1st and 10 as Terrell brings his Eagles up over the ball.
He's going to have to call a timeout.
And he takes one.
You don't want to be uncertain of a play at this point in time when you got the momentum, you got a drive going here. It's 1st and 10 on the Nevada Union 41, looks like the 36-7 yard line.
Only 2 possessions each team here in this 3rd quarter, and you'd have to think that there's a possibility that the quarter will expire with the Eagles still having the ball. Very efficient game by both teams. No interceptions, no turnovers via the fumble. Last week, Grant's undoing was their turnovers and their fumbles. Jared Cook coming back over onto the sidelines. But for the Miners, it will be very interesting to see how they defend this. Marty. So good to be with you here this evening, old friend.
It certainly is, Jim. Good to get a good chance to work with you again here. And Paul's on vacation, enjoying himself, and I'm filling in and looking to continue this great association, Jim.
Absolutely. I had a chance to speak at Marty's 50th wedding anniversary not too long ago. As I approached the mic, I think that Marty was shaking in his boots, afraid of what I would say because I know all of the stories now.
I know you do, and I was quite surprised that you...
I kept it tame.
You did.
I left out the story of that one time that we came here to Elk Grove and the protesters were on the corner.
Oh, I'm glad you didn't tell that story.
Handoff up the middle, but a nice play by Nevada Union. They stopped the play in its tracks. Isaiah Saunders, who had been used so much in the first half, takes the carry here, and that's going to be a 3rd down and 5 on no gain. So now the Miners really need to toughen up.
Now watch this. Vallejo comes in, and along with number 54, that's Petinato. And there's the end of the 3rd quarter.
Man, that one went fast, Marty.
It did.
And so there's the American Pride detailing scoreboard. And so we are at the end of 3, and the Miners lead by a scant 7 points. Well, Marty, kind of what we expected in the 3rd, isn't it?
Certainly is. As Coach Humphers is out talking to the referees, I wonder what that conversation is all about. He doesn't look like he's very happy about something. Well, it's he mentioned in your coach's corner interview at the start of the game. There's a good shot of Coach Humphers. Is that this was going to be a tough game, and he was absolutely right. Seesaw back and forth, 14 for Nevada Union in the 1st quarter. 2nd quarter was all Pleasant Grove, and now the Miners take their opening drive in the third quarter, score, and now on the move are the Eagles, as they've got a third down and about 4 yards to go for a first down. Probably in 2-down territory here, I would imagine.
Well, you would think so, especially since they know they have to get a first down, but with the exceptional performance via the pass of Terrell, Miners come up quickly. Now he's going to run, and he gets knocked down short of the first down, but that's going to bring a 4th and 3.
Austin Marks in on that tackle and kept that from getting a first down, and now it'll be, you're right, Jim, it'll be 4th down and 3, 4-down territory. They did a sweep on the last one. Let's see what they do here.
So a huge play here for Pleasant Grove. The game partially standing in the balance. Here's that pitch. It's Saunders, first down and more.
And that seems to be their bread and butter play when they need about 3 or 4 yards. As that pitch was out to Saunders, and he followed his blocking around the right side and was able to pick up that first down and more, as you mentioned. And so now Pleasant Grove on a big drive here.
They're at the 23 of Nevada Union. 1st and 10. 3 backs in the backfield. He's going to pick one of them. That's going to be Saunders. Flag comes in.
Looks like it could be a hold. Let's see what they call.
It's been hard to predict this officiating crew tonight, but it is holding against Pleasant Grove.
Well, you can almost call the penalty by who throws the flag and at what position the referee is in.
With that said, Marty, there's been a couple of calls
well,
tonight
that's true, yeah.
where I kind of said to myself, I think it's this, and it was that.
Yeah, right. Well, big break there for Nevada Union as they bring it back. It'll be 1st and 20 now.
And this clock runs inside 11 minutes. Terrell brings the play in from the sidelines. Miners need to tighten their belt in this situation. Here's a handoff. Miners after Saunders, and he doesn't get very much. Good gang tackling. Let's go down on the sidelines and Scott Hopper. Scott?
Hey guys, thank you very much. I just wanted to give you a quick update on Jared Cook. He did go into the locker room, get fluids. He came back out, sat down on the bench, and he's taken his pads off, sweatshirt on. It looks like he's done for the night. Back to you guys.
Okay, so Cook out for the evening. We're going to call that a 2nd and 20 now. Obviously a passing play. Miners need to get the rush. There is no rush, and he throws over the middle, and that one's an incompletion.
We haven't seen that in a while.
Boy, that's one of that may be his first incompletion of the night, is it, Marty?
Well, it may be, because every time he's thrown, someone's always been there to catch it. So.
Well, let's put it this way. His passing percentage has been really high. And now we have gut check time for Nevada Union. They now have a 3rd down and 20, and can the Miners hold Pacific Grove? Pacific Grove has been pretty elusive in these situations. Pleasant Grove has been pretty elusive in these situations. 10:06 to go. We're now in the 4th quarter. Terrell back. Here's the rush. It's a screen and a nice play. Breaking up the middle. Short of the first down, but it will be 4th and less than 10.
That was set up very nicely. Yeah, it was. It was set up very nicely. That Nevada Union had the big pass rush, and he just needed one more block to get him down. So he did get it with 4th down and 9. They'll see what they can call here.
4th and 9. A big play for Pleasant Grove. Miners need to stiffen right here. Probably, in all probability, a pass play. Back to pass. Plenty of time. Over the middle. Complete. First down, Pleasant Grove.
Right down at the 10-yard line. Nice.
Flag on the field.
They might have had illegal procedure because they had a They had one of the Pleasant Grove players was out of sync there. He left too early, I believe. Here's the now watch this pinpoint passing right in between two defenders. Nice snag, and down he goes at the 10-yard line. What was the call?
Holding against Nevada Union.
Oh, really? They had some confusion on the two wide receivers, and I thought, well, maybe one of them had moved or didn't get up on the line of scrimmage properly.
The Miners have been unable to defend that pass play tonight of DeAndre Terrell. And now he has a 1st and goal from the 5. Looking to tie this game. Davis and company in on the tackle. Amani Senegal at the bottom of the pile. That's going to be a 2nd down and 5. In fact, 6. They lost a yard on the play. 8:36 to go, 4th quarter action. Here from the Sheldon Pacific Grove Community Stadium. A beautiful night for a football game. So 2nd and 6. Here's that pitch that has worked well all night, but not this time. Miners meet him in the backfield.
That was Vallejo again.
Isaiah Saunders with the run, and Tanner Vallejo again. Huge night for Vallejo.
Oh, no question about it. I know one is going to get my vote. He has played a whale of a ball game. Watch this on the replay, how he comes up there and stuffs this. Just look at that, one-on-one, head down, driving, knocks him down. That play has worked all night long, and now it brings up a big 3rd down and goal.
And they're taking a long time in the huddle, but you've got to think that Terrell is saying, let me throw the ball. I can complete this. 7.5 minutes to play. There it is. The defense is there.
Touchdown.
Touchdown! Jake Berger on the defense, but slightly outleaped, and this game is now 21-20.
There are the fans going crazy over there on Pleasant Grove. They have a chance to tie the game up right here. That was just the old alley-oop right there. Whoever was the tallest was going to get it.
And the Miners looked like they had the coverage. Everybody was looking back. So let's see what happens here. Spotted, kicked.
Looks good.
And good.
Tied up.
7:29 to play. 21-21. And the Miners had several situations where they could have stopped that drive, and they just couldn't close it out.
Take a look at this replay, and let's look at the overmatch here between the Pleasant Grove player. He just lobbed that up into the corner, and look at the size difference. I still can't see who made that reception.
Wow, he just went up there and got it.
Okay, let's see who the number. That's 19. That's Demps again for his 3rd touchdown. But look at the size difference. He's a junior, 6'3", and defending was Berger, who's 5'10", and and that was a difference right there. Nice play, though.
Yeah, and a nice drive.
It certainly was. Looks like they kind of took themselves out of it with that big penalty. They made it 1st and 20, but they were able to come back.
And so a huge possession for Nevada Union. They need to keep it clean, no penalties. And here's the American Pride detailing scoreboard. And you see the 14 in the 1st, the 14 in the 2nd, the 7 in the 3rd, the 7 in the 4th. Who is going to score the go-ahead touchdown?
Chad Phillips doing the kicking for Pleasant Grove.
And one thing you have to say for Terrell, in the air tonight, he has been incredible. And this will be Ian Davis. Ian picks it up, needs a couple of blocks, breaks on up the middle. Nice gain on the play. Gets up to the 35-yard line, where the Miners will take up shop on their most important drive of the evening. 7:22 to go.
Davis did that all on his own, Jim, as He outran his blocking with the speed that he has and was able to take it up to the 35-yard line where they'll have 1st and 10.
Here comes Humphers and Coda. Coda passes the ball off to the back judge.
Senegal comes out.
1st and 10. Humphers in motion, gives it to the first man through, and a nice gain. That should be Nate Dickinson. And it is. 6 yards on the play will bring up a 2nd down and 4. We have 7 minutes to go in the 4th quarter. We are knotted at 21. Nevada Union trying to keep that perfect record intact. Handoff to Dickinson again. No, excuse me, that was to Humphers. And Humphers
had me fooled.
Boy, I thought Dickinson had that ball for
So did
sure.
I. That was a great fake in there. And Dickinson's holding his right arm.
Humphers with the carry. Austin Marks goes back to pick something up. And Dickinson comes out, shaking his hand. He was tackled hard on the play.
He was. I thought for sure he had the ball and they're going to be thrown for a loss. Next thing you know, you got Humphers going for the 1st down.
I wonder if Coda has Ian Davis or Austin Marks in his mind at all. Another nice gain. Tanner Vallejo. Vallejo dukes, dances, 1st down. And Vallejo has been a one-man wrecking crew tonight.
Certainly
his most impressive game of the early season so far.
He had made some very nice moves. They're going to have a measurement here, Jim.
And the clock continues to run, even though they have signaled it to stop, and it finally stops at 5:57. Austin Marks comes over to the sidelines to get what looks like a cleat adjustment. It's going to be short by about a foot, maybe 6 inches. Very short, and it'll be 2nd down. Nevada Union again moving the ball nicely. Inside 6 minutes. Two-man backfield. This is Vallejo. The bull goes right up the middle with 1st down yardage. Still fighting for more yardage on the play. And it's a 1st down Nevada Union. Venturing into Sill field goal range. They are at the 34-yard line of Pacific Grove. Pleasant Grove, excuse me.
Waiting for the fog to roll in
I
here
guess
at Pacific
so.
Grove, huh?
Yeah, I lived most of my life in San Jose, and Pacific Grove is right near there.
Yeah.
So I guess I'm reliving my childhood. 1st and 10, Coda. Man in motion is Berger, but this is going to be Vallejo, and Vallejo is going to burst up the middle again, tripped on the play. It looked like he was tripped up by number 5, Ian Broom.
And Mayberry, I think, also saved that touchdown because he was on his way.
Closing in on 5 minutes to go.
The wind has picked up here considerably.
Miners at their the 27-yard line of Pleasant Grove. 2nd and 3. Wow, nice play. And there's a flag.
It's going to be a holding
call. Of course, they have to throw the flag in there.
That hole opened up. Maybe that's why it opened up, because of the hold, but that was a hole that just Dickinson just ran right through it. Watch this.
Let's take a look at it in slow-mo, see if we can see where that hold is.
Look at that. I don't know who they called it on, but that was just a massive hole he went through.
Yeah, there was a mass of humanity on that one. And this ball is going to come back to the 39.
What would have been a 1st down now turns into a 2nd down.
2nd and 10. So we'll see what Coda calls here. probably in 4-down
Timeout.
territory. And he wants a timeout. He takes it.
No.
No, he's not going to take it. Back to pass. Big rush. Gets away. Gets away again and gets a nice gain on the play.
Yeah.
Gets to the 35. In fact, to the 30.
They put an all-out rush, Pleasant Grove did, and almost had him in the backfield. He squirmed and slithered away and then was able to pick up about 3 yards. And so now the ball's on the 30-yard line, looks like.
A big 3rd down and 7. Coda brings in the crucial play. He'll have Marks at tight end. Ian Davis goes wide. Berger also wide. Back to pass. Good protection. Throws long, but throws it, and there's the flag. The flag comes in late on a pass intended for Jake Berger. And that'll be a 15-yard penalty, and Nevada Union is given life with 3:52 to go in this contest.
Certainly are. Wow, that was a late flag. He did get
that was a fortuitous flag,
yeah,
Marty.
But now watch, the flag did come in, and you can see why, because the defender reached out and pushed him. Well, it's pretty suspect there.
Boy, could that ball have been caught.
Yeah, I don't think so. It was overthrown.
So a big break for Nevada Union. They have not marched it off yet, but now they are doing so. And it will actually go inside the 20.
And that'll be 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 15.
3:52 left, Jim.
Miners would be served to, en route to scoring a touchdown, if they would milk this clock a little bit more. But a big break for Nevada Union. 2 backs. Handoff. Humphers subtle steps, gets by another man, continues to drive. Great gain by Humphers. I believe that might be a 1st down, and it will be. Nope, 2nd down and 1. Very difficult to tell from our vantage point. 3.5 minutes to play.
Humphers gets up a little shaky there.
Miners cannot afford a delay of game. Coda brings it back in quickly. Coming up on 3 minutes. In motion is Berger and gives it off on the inside, but an excellent play there by Colin Cernay for Pleasant Grove, and that's going to bring up 3rd down.
Yeah, Cernay's been in on a lot of tackles here in the 4th quarter.
Tanner Vallejo comes in. Nate Dickinson comes out. They're 2 yards short of a 1st down. 3rd down, 2.5 minutes to play. Clock continues to run, but the Miners need to get up over the ball. Vallejo, the horse, but a flag comes in from the side judge. Someone was offsides. I think he's talking to Ian Davis and the Miners. Let's see. Coda standing there waiting for the verdict.
I think it looks like they're going to step it off.
And it'll be against, I believe, Pleasant Grove. It'll be a 1st down, 1st and goal.
They had stopped them too.
Placer leads in their game, 42-14. And it'll be 4th down. They didn't make it.
Oh, they did. I thought he was stopped, but I didn't see what the call was though.
So Marty, do they bring in Brayton Sill and take the 3 points, or do they go for the 1st down?
Oh, I don't know. I'd put the 3 points on the board if you think your defense can hold them.
2:17 to play. I know that Pleasant Grove has burned some timeouts. I don't know.
That's their second one.
So they have one timeout left.
So.
But a lot of time left. 2:17.
Crucial play coming up right here. Well, they're keying on Vallejo.
Sill does not come in. So this could dictate partially the outcome of this game. In motion. The bootleg. Out of bounds at the 1. First down, Miners.
First and goal.
Gil, turn off the audio. So that'll be a first and goal. Now here's the thing that's interesting, Marty, is that 2:10 left on the clock. They have a first down. If they don't score on the first or second play, they're going to burn another minute off the clock.
Exactly. So I think maybe if Pleasant Grove is smart,
they'll let
them run in.
Yeah.
Let them go in. And at least have 2 minutes to try to tie the game up.
Vallejo again in the backfield. The Moose, but this is Coda, and that's a touchdown, Nevada Union.
2:07 left, plenty of time to tie this game up. They didn't look like they put much effort into that.
Call me the pessimist, Marty, but that's an awful lot of time left on the clock.
I know, exactly right. Coming in late. Tapia.
So a big extra point here for Sill. Spotted, kicked, and good. Well, so it's going to come down to this. We knew that tonight would be a very close game, and with 2:07 to play, the Miners have forged ahead by a touchdown and an extra point. Certainly not in the bag, Marty.
Not yet. Here's that replay. Now watch Coda, and they just kind of let him go in. Good blocking up front, but there was no effort to really tackle them there. And goes in, only ran 3 seconds off the clock. So now this would be a good time with the wind at his back, or wind to, to get that ball in the end zone.
Marty, how is important is special teams right now?
All right. Oh.
And Sill needs to drill this one into the end zone.
Yep.
The special teams coverage by both teams has been somewhat suspect tonight. But the Miners are in the driver's seat, and so here comes Sill. Sill, line drive, but into the end zone, so the Miners catch a break.
All right, that ball, once it left his foot, it got about 10 feet up in the air, and sailing out over there.
So stay tuned at the conclusion of this game for the 3 stars of the game. Let's see how this last 2 minutes, 7 seconds unfolds. Back to pass, looking over the middle. Big rush, but plenty of time now. Miners have nothing going, and fakes to throw, but they let him get out of bounds. So with 1:57 to go, A slight gain on the play of 5 yards for Pleasant Grove.
That was strange, Jim. Good coverage in the secondary, but nobody went to tackle him.
Miners need their first turnover of the game right here. Back to pass. Throws over here. That's complete to Saunders, and he'll scamper out of bounds.
Berger put a late hit on him.
And lucky he wasn't penalized for
I know,
it.
I was going to say, he tackled him way out of bounds.
I kept looking at the side judge, so a first down at the 33-yard line. And the Miners need to tighten up here. A minute 50 to go. Miners really need now to show why they are an exceptional squad. What a pass blocking there. And finally, down he goes.
Who is that?
Austin Marks. Strong man, Austin Marks. Shows the muscle and takes him down for a loss. Let's go down on the field briefly to Scott. Scott, take it away.
Yeah, hi guys. I just heard that Bear River's up 17-7 midway through the third. Back to you guys.
Well, Bear River in good shape. Here we are, Marty. This has been such a fast-moving game. They're in the middle of the third,
right,
and we're here with hardly any time left.
Yeah. Well, that was
Look
a
at
big
Marks
sack.
busting up the middle
right,
there.
here's a
Look
replay
how
now.
he won't be denied. There he is breaking in on that right side and finally sidesteps the offensive lineman.
And then he just hung in there and brought him down. What a play. I mean, that's a big clutch play right there. Austin Marks, 6'4" senior, 200 pounds. That could be the deciding factor in this ball game.
We believe that the Eagles are out of timeouts. 2nd down and 14. A minute 40 to go. Near side is Wyatt Demps. He has been an animal all night. Throws over here, and that's going to be incomplete. That was to Demps, but that'll bring about the 3rd down and long.
Yeah, Demps has been their go-to guy all night tonight. He has 3 touchdowns.
And one of the first overthrown balls on the evening by DeAndre Terrell.
But it was a good pass rush that Nevada Union put on there, so now that brings up 3rd down and 14.
Still plenty of time for the Eagles. A minute 35 to go. Miners need a pass rush here. Back to pass, plenty of time, and now it breaks down, gets away, throws, and there's a completion to Saunders for a 1st down.
And a 1st down, but the clock will stop with 1:23.
Well, does he have a 1st down?
Yeah, it looks like he does. Yeah.
And they come, and there's a flag against the Miners. That's going to cost them 15.
Wow.
And that is 15 yards they cannot afford. A lot of time left, a minute 23. Vallejo over talking to the referee, but now the ball is going to go into Miners territory at the 41.
Nevada Union fans did not like that call, but
as much as they did, something caused that official to throw that flag.
Yeah.
So now 1st down again. Miners need to stiffen defensively. They need a turnover in the worst way. Plenty of time to throw. Now breaking down, and there goes the ball.
No, I think he was down. He had his knee on the ground.
So a big break, but that clock should continue to run. They've stopped the clock. They're trying to figure out what it should be.
2nd down.
But what they do in that situation is now they allow.
Watch it on the replay here. His knee, he was down. His knee was down. So that was a good call.
Back to pass. Throws over here, needs to keep Saunders in bounds, and they do.
But they got a first down, it looks like, or very close to it.
And they stop the clock with 54.1 seconds to reposition the yard markers.
Here comes the rebound. Now watch, his knee is down. He spikes the ball, and it was recovered in there by Nevada Union, but it's called back.
And Dave Humphers now comes out on the field to talk to the referee. .1 seconds to go. Miners take a timeout. Pleasant Grove out of timeout.
Replay again. As you can see, the knee was completely down, and they could
That
either.
was a good call, Marty.
Yeah. Marks came up with the ball, but it was too little, too late, as play was ruled dead. This game has had just about everything tonight, Jim.
It surely has. And it's going to come right down to the wire.
Yep.
And so here they come. Humphers comes off the field.
Third down.
So it's going to be a third down, but very short. Handoff up the middle.
Big hole.
But the Miners stop them. Out of time. Oh, wait a minute. They're going to have to move the flags. And so that gives a great chance. 43.2 seconds to go. And now the clock begins to run.
He's going to spike. No, he's
No,
going
he
to
goes
run
back
the
to
play.
pass. Looking over the middle. Throws long. The coverage is there. He caught it.
It's a touchdown! Oh my goodness. 33 seconds left to go. And going up for it again. That is that? Who was that?
34.
34. He hasn't had a call.
Ennis Mayberry, the tight end.
Mayberry, okay. Wow, the fans are going crazy over there across the way. Look at them. Wonder if they'll go for two.
It'll be interesting to see.
Their kicker's very good.
Miners by 1. 33 seconds to play.
Well, they're going to go for two.
So here they go. They might as well give it a try. They've had very few incompletions, and the Miners are going to take a timeout. So it comes down basically to one play.
Wouldn't you want to tie the score?
Well,
and then
Marty, they might as well go for it. They've been able to gain the yardage they've needed all night.
Well, that's true, but at least if you tie the score, you got a chance to take the opening kickoff and then go down, and it's just maybe the coach doesn't want his players to play anymore to get hurt. That's another in a preseason game. It's not a league game, so they're going to go for it.
So the Miners defensively need to get out on the field, but they know exactly what they want to do. And Pleasant Grove, let's set this up for you. Pleasant Grove has been able to move the ball extremely well on this drive. They've had one incompletion, but they certainly have done the job that they've needed. Man in motion. Looks over there, throws.
Got it.
And he got it, it's good. Wow.
Unbelievable.
It looked like a Miner was moving into the area.
That was Hanson. Crowd goes wild here. Pleasant Grove Eagles come up and score. There's your American Pride detailing scoreboard. Wow, 15-7 here in this fourth period, 29-28. You couldn't ask for a more exciting game than this, Jim.
No, you couldn't. A great game played by both sides.
Yep. Watch the replay on this two-point conversion. Man in motion was Hansen, and he just keeps moving to the outside. Nobody picked him up, and it's kind of a lob pass out, and didn't have much on it, but he had just enough to catch it and get inside the pylon.
Ian Davis on the coverage.
Yeah.
3 stars of the game tonight. Brought to you by Touchdown Productions. Number 3 star, great night for this individual, our quarterback, Kyle Cota. Number 2 star, with some incredible receptions and also several good defensive plays, Austin Marks. And our number 1 star goes without saying, easy call tonight, Tanner Vallejo. So here we go, 33 seconds yet to play. I believe that the Miners are out of timeouts.
They may have, well, they might have one. We'll have to see here. They don't show them on the scoreboard.
And there is that squib kick.
Offside.
So that'll take it back 5 yards.
But with that squib kick, that ball bounces all around, and it's hard to.
Well, they got to reset the clock, Marty. The clock moved there we go, 33.3.
Clock doesn't start until the ball is touched, so.
Miners need a mammoth return here and an opportunity for Sill to win the game. The wind is at their backs, so let's see what happens here. Big bounce. Miners need to come up and get it, and they do. Breaks open a little bit, and a nice gain on the play for Nevada Union. That is Ian Davis. So the Miners have the ball at the 45-yard line. They need to get about another 25 yards to get into Brayton Sill field goal range. So what do the Miners have up their sleeves? They've got 27.8 seconds with which to work.
Well, let's see what happens here, Jim. This is coming down to the wire. Fans are up on the stands here for Nevada Union.
So 1st and 10, back to pass. A lot of people in it. Wide open! Oh my gosh! The connection is there. The Miners are going to have to get up under the ball. They are
They called the timeout.
They're almost in field goal range of Brayton Sill. Wide open.
There was no coverage at all. They had no pass rush, and they had no coverage in the secondary. Take a look at the replay here now. Watch this. Plenty of time, no pass rush, only a 3-man rush, but look at this. Nobody was covering.
So the Miners spend their final timeout. Hank Humphers on that reception.
He was looking for a face mask call there too.
And so the Miners are poised at least for one more offensive try. Brayton Sill, they are pretty close to being within Brayton's field goal range. He has hit field goals from 40 yards and in so far this season, but he has the wind at his back, and in pregame, he was pretty accurate from a long range. He was hitting them from 50.
Yes, but that's with nobody in his face and with the ball on the tee. So here we go. 16 seconds. I wouldn't be surprised to see him put on a big pass rush here, Jim. Try to throw.
Oh, they're going to do the field goal right
now. Okay.
Sill in for a 45-yarder. Here is your game. Spotted. Kicked and blocked. And blocked. Pacific Pleasant Grove will win.
Wow.
Miners had one last shot, but Sill's attempted field goal is blocked, and with 10.4 seconds, the ball goes over to Pleasant Grove, and the Miners' impeccable season will suffer their first loss.
Boy, I don't know. We'll have to take a look at the replay if we've got it. I don't know. how they got in through the line on that to block that kick. It was a good snap. It was placed down.
So they only need to kneel here, and the game will be over.
Wow. Heartbreak. There's your American Pride Detailing scoreboard. 29-28 as that kick was blocked, and now they'll take a knee, Jim,
and that's it.
That should run out the clock. Boy, Nevada Union is stunned.
An eyelash away from victory is the margin of defeat. Miners had their chance there in the last moments. It is not very customary, but Sill had his field goal attempt blocked. They certainly got a good rush in there to be able to block that, Marty.
They certainly did, and I don't understand how Nevada Union had plenty of time to get their assignments. We'll take a look at the field goal block right here and see how he got in so quickly. He went straight up the middle, and
oh, look at that! Somebody got right through, almost untouched.
Yeah, and that looks like
number 19.
That's Demps.
Demps has had a huge game tonight.
Yeah,
and look at the ball hit him right in the stomach.
Yeah. Boy, he just bulldozed his way through that line. Didn't look like anybody touched him, and then the ball hits him and he blocks it, and he goes on to recover.
So a tough loss for Nevada Union tonight. The Miners suffer their first defeat. They will go to 2-1, and as often happens in games where you have two teams that are very equal, it's just one play that really dictates the final result. We'll be back in a moment. You're watching exclusive coverage of Nevada Union Miner football. This is the Touchdown Productions Sports Network.
Gold and silver are more important as a part of your investment portfolio more now than ever before. There's inflationary pressures. China alone could push the gold price more than double from $1,000 to $2,000 an ounce. Hi, my name is Jason Hommel, and welcome to the JH Mint. Here at the JH Mint, we have all sorts of gold and silver. We have about 200 ounces of gold. We have about 20,000 ounces of silver or more in stock. We also assay or scrap gold jewelry and placer gold, and we will be here for all of your gold and silver investing needs Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m.
The Owl has been part of Mill Street for 132 years. The hand-carved Austrian cherrywood bar was built in 1880. And the food has become legendary with entrees including steak and prawns cooked to perfection.
We put 3 new HD TVs in the bar and the lounge area. We're going to be starting a Monday Night Football special. We'll have different specials in the bar.
And enjoy a great meal with family and friends at the new Owl Grill and Saloon.
The Painter family's been feeding Nevada County football players and their families since 1959. October marks 52 years of service to our community. At SPD, you'll always find USDA choice beef and a full-service meat department, complete deli section, locally grown produce, and a post office. Everything you need that makes SPD so special. SPD Markets, hometown proud, where your neighbors shop.
Mike Bratton is the neighbor you can count on for your most important insurance decisions, 24 hours a day.
The first step begins with a phone call. Hi, I'm Mike Bratton, your good neighbor State Farm agent, and I look forward to hearing from you. Since 1984, my team and I have been educating clients and developing long-term relationships through personalized and professional guidance on their insurance programs. We will put you in the driver's seat and strive to enhance each encounter you have with us.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Back here live at the Sheldon Pleasant Grove Community Stadium. I'm glad we're not going to play here again next week, Marty.
Oh, man.
Great game tonight.
We both messed it up.
Miners go down to defeat. I've always said that, it's not always that bad to taste a little bit of defeat early on just to know how bitter it is. Mm-hmm. And for the Miners in the third game of the season against a team that was their equal, well, it came down to a 2-point extra point, and the Miners on defense could not stop it. It was a flare pass to the right side. Pleasant Grove wins tonight. Big victory for them, 29-28. We'll be back in just a moment. The Bill Slade and Sons Trucking, player of the game. Number 20, Tanner Vallejo. Marty, monster game for Vallejo tonight.
Yeah, no question about it. We mentioned Tanner at the half, and he just played a total complete game, both on offense, defense, and it's just too bad that the game was that is overshadowed by his activity here tonight, by the Nevada Union losing. But he is our Bill Slade and Sons Trucking player of the game tonight, Tanner Vallejo.
Second star goes to Austin Marks, third star to Kyle Cota. Next week, Chico comes visiting to Nevada Union. It will nice to be back home. We'll be back in a moment. You're watching exclusive coverage of Nevada Union Miner football. Final comments coming up.
B&C is your neighborhood home and garden center for both builders and consumers. They carry everything you need. In their garden center, you'll find a complete nursery along with expert advice on trees, shrubs, perennials, and garden enhancements. They're open 7:30 to 6 Monday through Saturday and 8 to 5 on Sunday. So start right, start here at B&C True Value Home and Garden Center in the Fowler Center, Grass Valley. 1, 2, 3, 4. The fun starts at Top This, your premier accessory outfitter for truck, RV, marine, and fishing. Top This is Grass Valley's only outfitter with access to millions of products and the knowledge to help you choose what's right for you. They're serious about outfitting your truck, boat, or RV. As for fishing, talk to Chuck. Top This, your premier accessory outfitter for truck, RVs, marine, and fishing.
Hi, my name's Mark from Swayze's Public Wholesale at 140 East McKnight Way. At Swayze's, we have all kinds of automotive tools. We have all kinds of fasteners, 3 different pitches of metrics. We have safety equipment. And don't forget our glove world. We carry over 600 styles of gloves. If your canopy was damaged this winter, we have all the parts and supplies to fix and repair it or expand it. It's Swayze's Public Wholesale. We have everything you need for everything you do. Open every day, 8 to 5 on the weekdays, open till 4 on the weekends.
The Hauser family reminds you if it's round, rubber, and it rolls, then you're sure to find it at Plaza Tire and Auto Service. From regular car and truck tires to small specialty tires for your trailers and golf carts, you can trust Plaza Tire has the tire for you. They stake their reputations on it every day. Plaza Tire and Auto Service. Auto repair done on your schedule, not theirs, in Penn Valley, Nevada City, and in Colfax. And of course, brought to you by Touchdown Productions, the foothill leader in sports television. This is Gil Dominguez saying thanks for joining us tonight, and be sure to stay with us after.
Miners lose tonight by the narrowest of margins, 29-28. First loss of the season.
Mike.
Next week, Chico. The following week, something to prove against probably who will still be number 1 at that time, Elk Grove. Our executive producer, director tonight, the impeccable Gilbert M. Dominguez. Director was Daniel Paddock.
Nice
Camera
job.
operators, Anthony Stewart, Remington King, Paul Town. Announcers, Jim Adams, Marty. Great to work with you, my
That's
friend.
fun again, man. Nice job.
Scott Hopper and Walter Ford. Office Manager Linda Mingus. Remote Facilities by Commander 2. Technical Equipment by Grass Valley when the world is watching. Touchdown Accounting by Francis Cinto, LLP, Nevada County's best. Player of the Game Award, Bill Slade's and Sons Trucking, Stuckey Engravers. Scoreboard sponsor, Suds Brothers Car Wash, American Pride Detailing. Commander Maintenance by Reeby's Auto Parts, Plaza Tire and Auto Service. So, that's going to be a wrap. For Marty Mortensen, Gil Dominguez, and the entire Touchdown Productions team, this is Jim Adams reminding you that you've been watching exclusive coverage of Nevada Union Miner football. Good night, everybody. We'll see you next week.